So, Jake, I can't hear you.
Jake right now is busy and needs a couple more minutes. But
Is
yeah, so
Angela?
the way to deal with that is you can right click on his profile image, right?
Okay.
And do you see user volume? There's a slider called user volume.
Hang on, I'm doing it right now.
Got him at 175 right now. He must have been quiet a week ago.
You said right click on his profile? Oh,
Just
okay.
right click on his name where you see it in the chat,
Yeah,
and
and
it will have a
under
little.
profile?
Yeah, whichever profile or name or whatever.
Do that too. That's cool.
Did you say right click or on his name, right?
Yeah, in the chat. Yeah, in the voice chat.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. So profile mention, message call, invite to server, block, role. I don't
So there's a slider called user volume, right?
know.
Well, it has to be in voice chat, not in outside of voice chat.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hola.
Hello.
How are
Sorry. Guten Tag.
Okay, I can hear him just fine right now. So, okay, hold on. I gotta figure this out. This is freaking me out that I can't. What do you mean by voice chat? We're talking right now.
Right. Yeah. So
in the Paris
I
room?
just sent you a screenshot
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, let's
where you see the voice chat channel. Right click on user browse name, and there's a little user volume slider that will pop up for each individual that you have in that voice channel.
Okay, so I'm on Friday Night Blitz 3-422.
Go to the Paris room.
Go to the Paris room.
Oh, Paris room. Where's it? Oh, here. Wait. Okay. Now I'm in.
Right.
All right. Now, okay. So, his user volume is up 100%.
Yeah, but
I
it should
think
be
it goes all the way up.
170%.
170.
It can go all the way up to 200.
Wait, what?
You tell me if it sounds better now.
I can hear you just fine.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it
Okay.
goes higher than
That,
100.
that's
It goes
perfect.
all the way up to 200. So
Okay. All right.
it's like Spinal Tap.
Yeah, I think I heard you. I think I heard you just fine last time too. As a matter of fact, it's just that for some reason when the video it came across kind of low. I mean, you watched the video, right? Didn't it? You sounded low, right?
Yeah, it sounded real low. Yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
gotta confess, I didn't watch it.
It's long, and you already lived it, so.
Well, it was like it
Like
was like 4 hours, so probably not too many people stuck it
getting
out.
beat down.
Was it 4 hours?
Something like that. Yeah, it was
It was
crazy.
closer to 5 because it was 1 a.m. when I went to bed.
No, but you didn't post the whole video. You only posted half the video.
No, because it cut off.
What do you mean it cut off?
I don't. Maybe YouTube did. YouTube didn't like the length of it. They're like, okay, we've had enough of this shit.
YouTube does have some length restrictions and file size restrictions, but they're
Yeah.
hard to hit. But with 4 hours of raw, unrendered video, I can see how that could be problematic for some folks.
Yeah. Well, I didn't watch it all either. I was there, So,
Let's see.
I'm looking at it. I'm not lying either when I say I'm looking at this map for the first time since last Friday.
I've got a
So
4.5 hour video, so I haven't uploaded mine because I wanted to have a part two, but I've
so
got
your
just 4.5 hour raw uncut.
That's what I've
your
got.
Roach's video, no, you don't. On YouTube, it's 221.
What?
Oh,
So
no,
right.
I'm talking about my own recording.
Oh, I was talking to Roach. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about too, though. Hold on.
so where are the other 2 hours
That's a good point. I don't know.
you didn't upload them.
for your
No,
hands rated
it
video
was
then?
all one recording, so it was all one MKV file.
Hmm. Well, maybe
Well,
Frisky keep off
I've actually
harassing.
since deleted it. Once I publish it, I delete it because it takes up space.
It takes up a lot of space.
What do you guys use to record?
I'm
OBS.
using OBS right now.
OBS.
Yeah.
Open Broadcaster Studio or OBS, and
Okay.
it's a free piece of software,
It's a great piece of
which is
software.
the reason a lot of people use it. It's
Yeah.
fairly accessible, pretty easy to use. Um,
Well, I wouldn't say
I like it.
easy.
It's good. And then I
It
use
there's a learning curve.
Shotcut for editing. Well, there's
Well,
a
if you-
learning curve to any new piece of software. It's like picking up AutoCAD or something. You can't just say, I want to draw a fish.
Yeah, right.
Frisky, if you have the rest, I'd love to see it.
I got a what?
'Cause if you have the rest of the video, I'd love
Yeah,
to
you
see
should
it.
post it because I
I
didn't.
got the whole damn thing. So I was probably going to break it into 2-hour segments,
Yeah, definitely.
and then
Yeah.
upload them separate.
Because
And
by the
then
end of the night, I got really sloppy. I'm really drunk, so kind of don't remember those last couple segments.
I think we all
yeah,
were.
I'll upload the whole thing. Hopefully we finish tonight, and I'll probably get to that sometime over the weekend. I'm probably going out of town tomorrow, so it may not be prompt, but it'll happen eventually. So I left sometime last week, like Saturday. I left a whole bunch of map notes for my allies here.
I'm going through them right now.
Half of them are actually to myself, so I remembered what the hell I was trying to do.
Okay.
And I went ahead and put in my purchase. So I'm dumping in a whole bunch of artillery, and I'm
Okay.
going to kick my record button. So we are live for week 2
Hmm.
of the self-harm exercise known as Axis and Allies.
Hello.
I'm gonna lock in my purchase now. I'm gonna move some stuff because you guys don't need to sit around and wait on me while you piece together your own turns. I need the pressure to be on you.
No, I'm looking at
Yeah.
you too. I actually haven't even looked at mine yet, but seems like you got it all figured out.
It's
So
been a week game time, but
Oh
as
my
far
God.
your real life time, but the game just it's literally the same second. It doesn't know what happened.
I've been waiting a whole week to see how many planes you would send.
Just one. You were hoping for all 7, I know, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna trade more infantry and sacrifice more planes. Hope you don't mind.
Get a few AA hits.
If you get a few AA hits on one bomber, I will be
Jesus,
upset.
the game is close.
I will be livid.
Attack power wise, the game is close. It's literally separated by 1 point.
That's a
That's
good one,
not
though.
good. That actually benefits allies.
Of course.
Generally, Axis should carry a 10 to 20 attack power lead up through round 8, and at that point, if Russia hasn't fallen yet, then you can say allies still have the advantage. And I think I'm just gonna stick with that. I don't have a whole lot to move, other than this kitty right in front of me.
Yeah, you're right. I'm reading the notes. They're like mostly to myself.
Well, because I knew a week would go by, and I'd start the game up, and I'd be like, "What the hell was I doing?
Yeah.
This bomber hasn't hit yet. This is a pretty sad fight. This is a really sad fight.
Oh, do it. Do it. Make me believe.
Got it, baby.
You don't deserve to hold France. Although with the dice you've been getting this game, maybe you do.
Yeah, we'll check the tape. I don't know if the dice have been as crazy as you think they have.
They've been pretty good though. I always that's my go-to whenever I'm losing a game. I'm going, shit, I'm just getting screwed on the dice, man.
There's no way that this could be my fault,
How,
because if it
yeah.
were, then I'm having a separate existential crisis that I really don't want to open up that can of worms right now.
Except the game I'm in right now, I'm actually facing my first loss of the season, and I still think I might be able to pull it out, but I made like I had to withstand an awesome Allied one opening, man. It was brutal. And then just when I thought I was coming back, I lost 8 tanks for no reason because I was stupid. You ever play a game that you're so intense on and you just get so hyper focused that you actually forget the order of play and it costs you?
Yes. So as allies, you do a West Russia jam, and then you're like, oh, I'll just pivot all my stuff to Caucasus, and you accidentally leave all the UK fighters behind for Germany to kill.
Yeah, well, we've all done that. Yeah, exactly. But I'm talking about on defense, where you get like because one of the series that I'm trying to show in the series that I'm doing right now in my videos is how to manipulate the eyes of your opponent, right? And Ken knows what I'm
Yeah.
talking about because that was a lot of the theory that when we played when we were playing in the duos tourney, like was a lot of our game was based on that. Correct?
Tell me more.
Kinda, yeah.
I think you were zoning out there for a second.
Why is there 2 cups on here?
No, I did, baby.
You said yes to the popcorn, Chase? Yes.
So I guess I'm putting fighters in West Russia. Um, can I say something out loud?
I'll do it myself. Never mind. I don't need no man. Don't need no man. I don't think. Come on. Oh, I did it. Yay. I know, Hannah. Thank you. Thank you. I don't need a standing ovation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Damn, it's still open. Look at that.
Got it.
When it's done, babe, you can grab it. Or I can grab it if you want me to. I know. Tell me when it's done. I don't need it for long.
What you gonna do when you get for you bad boys, bad boys? How come nobody's talking? Oh, did I lose audio? What's going on here? Can you guys hear me? Oh, I know what happened. Discord. There you are. Oh my God. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
I lost you there for a little bit. My window browser window crashed.
That's a shame.
Yeah. So I got to remember how long it's been since nobody's been listening to me.
About 7 minutes.
Because I had some points to make.
So, as far as your
I
France situation goes, if you put all infantry there and all the anti-air guns you can muster, then I've probably got something like 90 to 99% to clear. Now, if you add
Yeah, but it's gonna
5 U.S.
cost.
fighters, you add 5 U.S. fighters, it's like 50-50 at best. It's probably your favor.
But even if you have 99 clear rate, you're gonna lose a bunch, whereas we're gonna keep hammering you, and you won't be able to maintain that pace. I hope.
Potentially.
That's reasonable.
Allegedly, I have help coming.
It's coming. I got plans.
So UK is purchasing all ground, which anytime UK or US can just sit down and buy only infantry and artillery, that's a happy day for allies.
Hmm.
Dolphin, you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Do you want to ask me
Uh,
about France?
yeah. So okay. So let's
Dolphin's
see.
original idea was to stack Finland and do a straight up Finland chuck, and you convinced him to stack France instead.
Hmm.
You should be fighting for your own strategy here, sir, not asking for advice.
Well, that's not
That's
exactly
that's
personal.
actually a good point.
So I'd say I'd say yeah, I'd say we I'd say we go for the France stack, and yeah, just pile in everything you got, and bring
All right.
bring
I
the
like
bring
it.
the tank
I like
over
that.
to yeah. I'm
Very
gonna
good.
send the second A gun, and
I'm sorry. What are you asking for a tank?
no, I mean the tank in Karelia. Maybe if you have a if you you could bring it to Norway, so you can pick it up later. If you want to put three in India, you should bring the tank to Norway.
Well, hmm. I'm debating whether or not to stack Archangel to deny his planes a landing spot.
Nah,
What?
I think you just grab one of the territories, either Baltic or Belarus.
Well, why would we get just one? Why wouldn't we take both?
Well, if you want to use a if you want to take both, you might want to use a plane.
No, my plane's gonna reach.
Yeah,
I mean,
so you might.
it's not.
It
We
looks like
can't
you've
hold
got two
Karelia.
extra fighters to dedicate.
If you wanted to take both, you would lose Karelia and you'd lose 2 American fighters. Oh no,
We
you
can't
wouldn't.
hold Karelia anyway.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
I no, I think you should be stacking Karelia.
Yeah, if you wanna take one of them or two of them, but you don't use the tank. If you want to use the tank, send the tank over to Moscow or to Norway. If you want to put three in India and seven in London, I'd suggest you use the tank in Norway.
Here's
What what
why I don't like that idea. What
what did
I'm
he
thinking
build?
is I want to be able to have something that can actually counter Japan in one of his territories.
Oh, Japan's gonna
Right?
crush you soon. I wouldn't even be worried. I mean, India would be a token bonus for you right now, but India's gonna fall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see that stack
you've
of
been saying
30
that.
infantry in French Indochina? They just 2 turns away, man.
He's been saying that for 4 turns. Words are wind.
So I suggest you can take two infantry and an artillery to Baltic states.
I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to stack Archangel. I think I want to deny him that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Well, I'll just take Vlogd
Uh,
instead.
And then what that does is that gives me an opportunity to push back against Japan.
No,
So
I'll
so
be
that
in.
Russia can't.
All of my units will be in Sinkang. You won't be pushing anywhere.
well, then the German stack is just going to crush your Archangel stack.
All right, he's gonna lose it no matter where he puts it. So you might as well grab some territory, like Kent said.
Yeah, I guess that is true.
Or you could just suicide all your fighters against the German stack and hope it's enough to let Russia clear.
You know, I think we should probably stop this whole helping out the opponents thing. I,
It's probably not enough.
remember the last game we played? It took us 2 hours to figure that out as well. Remember, we were always like, "Oh no, you shouldn't do that. You should do this." We were helping them kill us.
Well, anything that helps them go through their turn.
Quicker. I'll be right back.
Let's just
I'll be
try
right
some
back.
stuff.
I'll be right back.
As you wish.
Let's just try some stuff.
So
I think that might be it.
you're gonna
Sure.
use. I mean, you can save Belarusia for me or something.
For the Americans,
Uh, yeah, make these battles a bit more secure. You know, like send two infantry to Baltic states and
what? Let's just send them all. Make Germany work
Okay.
for it. Because, like they're saying, I mean, they could crush anything anyway. And this way, at least he's got to fight for it. And then I'll leave Bella for you if you so desire. At this point, I'm interested in getting any German piece off the map.
Well, if you're gonna sack stuff, I'd prefer you to sack stuff a little bit more evenly. Like you save a couple infantry and put it in Archangel. You know, have like a tiny bit, like a three infantry saved and put it in Archangel or something like that. Make Japan work for Archangel. Make Germany work for Baltic. Baltic. That's good. Yeah, something like that.
Okie doke. And then I want you to start thinking about where you want my fighters to go. I mean, I'm guessing Moscow. But
Yeah, Moscow's good.
okay, I feel like I'm missing something, but
So you're giving up Caucasus. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm down. I'm down with that.
and he takes one in this way. All right. That is several rounds of dice with no hits from either side. Oh my god,
That's
that's
about
5
right.
rounds.
wow.
6 rounds. 7 rounds.
What the? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking
Oh
about
my
working.
god. Okay. Let's go. Come on. Engage.
Yeah.
Finally, some engagement.
There we go. That felt better. And the most important battle.
Here we go. There's your cat picture for the night.
Are you a cat guy?
I have a cat.
Yeah.
The cats come with marriage. I would not. I would describe myself as someone who would probably be happier without pets, but I would also be less happy single.
Huh? Yeah. I can certainly understand that.
And they are cute when they curl up and go to sleep. I just lose that sympathy when they start puking up hair.
So, are you going to put eight infantry, eight troops in London, or are you going to put?
Why, do you have a thought on it?
You've got 4 transports, so he's just thinking about future stacking potential there versus keeping them in India, since the reality is you will eventually be evacuating India, and it's a kill Germany first strategy. There's something to be said for just so long as you're not maxing out your production, allocating more of it towards west than east.
So yeah, if you're only going to put 7 units in London, then you need to put the tank in Norway to have a full 8 units to potentially come into London to Paris next turn. Do you know what I mean? If
Sorry.
you put the tank in Norway, so you have a full 8 units to transport to
I was
Paris.
just double checking my defense profile for that.
Hmm.
I want to make sure that I save that for last.
Save what for last?
Save the AA gun for last. I'm just
What
kidding.
what
I'm not doing
you mean? You mean first, right? Okay.
I saw.
Psychological warfare.
I sometimes save it after infantry though. Depends on the battle. I got 46 to spend. I'm rich. bringing those British tanks back, are you? Sending some guys out, tanks back.
He just wants to make it so that if you pull everything out of Yunnan or fail to trade Burma, that he's going to get French Indochina.
He's not gonna get French Indochina. It's not happening.
All right.
What round?
Okay.
Round 6? Okay.
You're currently round 6.
So we got Novosibirsk and Baltic.
Yeah, I can't speak Russian. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce anything, except maybe Caucasus.
I know, I watched a couple of videos online, and the guys are pronouncing it Caucasus. I don't know how that even happens, but
Yeah, I just say Caucasus. I don't really know the correct
that's
pronunciation.
that's the correct pronunciation. Caucasus.
Is that where the word
Pronunciation.
Caucasian comes from?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I did not know that. Hmm.
Oh, it's so exciting.
Yeah.
You think I'd have my move already down pat, but because of
The 7-day lapse.
the situation. No, I've been monitoring the whole time. I kind of thought I knew what I was going to do, but then I kind of told them what to do, and then they fucking changed my plan. Because
Yeah,
slightly different UK.
I was helping. I was. I gotta stop doing that. It's bad.
So
I'm thick.
our question that we need to discuss is they've clearly made the decision to pull out of Caucasus. Should I pivot my stack into Caucasus, or should I go back to Karelia, lock down Karelia, and with the hopes of getting my stack back to Berlin here in a couple of turns?
Um.
The joy of me being on Caucasus is it takes away a lot of Russia's ability to directly stand against Japan because I'm threatening to take their capital right now. But give it 1 or 2 turns, I'm just not going to have enough manpower to make that a real threat anymore.
No. Yeah, Germany's gonna have to defend itself. It's up to me. I'm just trying to weigh that question as we speak. Um. Exerting maximum pressure on Russia right now is also not really a great idea for Japan. So, um,
I think the only way we're going to win this game is by picking up income.
right. I think that's pretty much what I'm thinking too.
Yep. I think the window of opportunity to capture Moscow is gone, and we're only threatening it to force their forces around into disadvantage.
Well, I think.
Disadvantage.
Oh, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking that now that I'm looking at, I think our general idea, the general theory of how we were going to approach this was to manipulate the American fleet in the North Atlantic down south, because that would alleviate some of the pressure off of Germany, and it would allow you to take Karelia and possibly even retake Finland and even Norway.
Yeah. What my ultimate goal, what I'd like to do, is take that whole stack on West Russia and put it on France. But then, you know, Japan needs to be able to stand up to Russia head to head, and the armies just are a little asymmetric right this moment.
Uh, well, I'm going to build a complex, I think, because I could do it. I have enough money each turn to do it. It would only make sense. Um, this little sub is annoying.
You have 2 destroyers on the board. That shouldn't bother you.
No, but I don't like subs. I've been bitten by them many times. Kent is a particularly sneaky sub player.
You can easily just grab Hawaii and force them to drop a few extra infantry on western U.S.
I think that's inefficient at this point in the game, though. I think that's something that maybe down the road a little bit.
And you've got a transport in range. You
I
can
know.
take your carrier and everything west, and your battleship and destroyer aren't going to be doing a whole lot anytime soon.
Could do that, but if I go to Sea Zone 41, I threaten Brazil next turn. And not only do I threaten
That
Brazil,
is true.
I threaten West Africa. So the U.S. has to respond to that. They can't not respond to that, and that's going to alleviate some pressure on Germany. I think right now Germany's feeling the pressure. I think if I do this, it'll they have to prepare for that, and
You take that whole fleet to 41?
of course, I mean we're not in danger. Well, let's see. Well, they have 8 of 10, don't they?
So
Hmm.
I'm just thinking the 22 is pretty well dead zoned.
Well, it's dead zone in the sense that I don't want to sit. I don't want to. What? Sea Zone
If
22?
you park a
That's
if
not
you
dead
park a
zoned.
transport there, if you move to 41, then my Air Force is not in position to hit
Well,
Sea Zone 8
it,
because
it
he's taken both Northwest and France.
yeah, but 41
So
gives me the option of Brazil and Mexico. So I can still, and I from Mexico I can still hit Hawaii, and I can hit Western United States, and I can hit Alaska. So the 41 space C zone is gives me the most options and the most flexibility. He can't defend them all. So,
yeah,
right?
well, I'm not playing Japan. I'm simply an advisor.
No, I know, but I mean, uh, okay.
You
I feel like we're
you
helping them
do what
again. I feel like we're helping them again.
you do what you think is best.
I don't know yet, though. That's the point. Okay.
Doesn't
Well,
it
But
we'll
if
get
you've
make you
got
feel
five
more?
fighters to spare, I'll
we're,
take them.
we're getting a complex. I think we're gonna have to build infantry.
Doesn't it feel more intense when it's like live and people are waiting and it's like, oh shit, ah,
Yeah, I agree. It does.
I mean, I could always be
Um.
yelling at you.
Okay, so you're gonna need my 5 fighters in West Russia, correct?
It's looking like it. Yeah, Russia's
Yeah.
actually got a pretty sizable army on the defense.
Yeah. Math is math. Yeah, gotta go there. So I can use them, but not really because I can't hit anything and still get to West Russia. So they're going there on non-combat. In the meantime,
You can hit Novosibirsk quite easily. You can also hit Vologda
oh
with the
yeah,
same
yeah,
fighter.
yeah, right.
You can also hit Archangel with the same fighters and still land in West Russia. Because Shenkang is the shortcut.
I can hit with the bomber in Vologda. I can't hit with the fighters in from
You
Szechuan. I
can.
can't.
So you would go Shenkang to Evenki, or actually
If I was going to
Niskang
attack,
to Vologda.
if I was going to attack Archangel, that would work. But
Yeah, Archangel works.
you want me to attack
Novosibirsk works.
Archangel instead of Vologda?
You attack whatever you want, man.
I don't
I'm just
know.
thinking
I'm trying to think.
Archangel's got 3 UK infantry. When I move off of West Russia, any fighters you've got there are going to be temporarily vulnerable, depending on how many infantry I can leave behind. And so, if UK's got 3 buffer infantry and all their fighters on offense, they'd love to go after that. So, I think clearing Archangel is a good idea for preserving your fighters if you're planning on keeping them around.
So the question is, are you gonna? You're not gonna abandon because what do you have backing yourself up? You got 3 tanks and 2 infantry to stack Russia next turn.
And those will be gone soon because U.S. is going to take Belarusia and Russia is going to take Ukraine, just as a fuck you to Germany. So no
So
matter where Germany goes, they're spread pretty thin.
right. So my point is, if I put my fighters on West Russia right now, they're dead next turn.
If I move off, I have the option of just staying on West Russia
I don't think
and
you
taking
do.
Caucasus really light.
Well,
If I don't lose West Russia this turn, I can land 6 fighters of my own if I have to.
to me, this sounds like a gambit.
Once I'm using
Because,
my own fighters for defense, I don't need yours.
no, because right now I guarantee you Kent's on the calculator and he's actually calculating exactly how many he needs in Moscow for a 50-50.
Is
Kent
that
doesn't
true,
give a
Ken?
shit what the odds are. He
No,
could
I'm
have
not.
20%
He's
and
not, but
still
he would be
go for it.
normally.
Probably would.
I'm sorry, say that again, man?
Which one?
What you just, you, Frisky.
Oh, I was saying Kent doesn't give a shit what the odds are. He could have 20%. He's going to go for it.
I'll be right back.
All right, well,
He's just going to be like, you know what? It looks like I've got more red boys. This feels good.
all right, so this is probably our buy right here. So let's go with that. If I do go to C Zone 53, it still gives me the option of Mexico and Western U.S. and Alaska, but it takes away the option of Brazil and all those. So I think C Zone 41 is the best spot.
So move to 41.
That's on a non-combat.
So don't
So,
move to 41.
what's that?
So
I,
don't go there then. See if I care.
no, it's a good move to 41. That's where I was gonna go. You wanted me to attack Hawaii, didn't you?
I don't know what I want. I want to not die. Is
Okay,
that so much to ask?
you're killing me, man. All right, so we're gonna attack this, but we're only gonna attack it with 3. His sub is not within range. Neither sub is within range. So I could do it this way instead. What do we got on the island? No, I won all 8 off the island. Okay, so hold on. Fuck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 against 5. I think Archangel actually is the best place to hit.
It's starting to look like overkill, but I suppose that's the best kind of kill.
Yeah, I don't want any hitbacks. I want to take it. Give them nothing, take from them everything. So what are we gonna hit Burma with? We gotta hit it, right?
You strongly implied that you were going to take it back, yes. Feel your bomber off, go there.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah. I think maybe 4 might be too many. Let's take 1 off. I think that's all I can really attack. What's that?
Where are you planning on dropping the industry?
Oh, in Kwangtung.
Okay.
Japan, man.
Just upgrade Japanese production to 16.
Yeah, exactly. If we could do that, that'd be great. Okay, that's it for Japan. Sorry, boring everybody. Wait a minute. Do I want to stack Kazakh? I guess I could decide that in a minute.
Russia's in an interesting position where everything around it is completely dead zone, but at the same time, as they move their whole stack off, then they lose Russia.
Correct. Damn, I was hoping to win that a little more decisively than that. Let's hope this one goes a little better.
You look at who you're rolling dice against.
Yeah, right. That's better.
Going so fast, I didn't even get to see a dice roll. It just did the little intro video, and then immediately did the little closing video.
Did it? So he could hit these tanks with 2, 3,
Yeah,
4.
if you're feeling brave, you can just put the tanks in West Russia. That'd be funny.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
Is there a way to turn off the little, flag waving cinematics when you're going into a fight?
What?
Is there? That'd be great.
That would be.
Yeah, it is. You go to settings, graphics. I think it's no, not graph.
I think
Is
I
it
found it.
graphics
Settings,
or-
graphics, and then animation is actually
Yeah,
got a lot of sub options that are hidden.
Board animations. Yep.
yeah.
When enabled, this will play
Animation.
animations within
Wait, wait.
seasons and animated weights
damn
for
it.
enable units. I've never noticed those.
Like a combat
Yeah,
background
right.
animation, probably.
Never mind. I thought it was like on the board.
A combat intro animation.
It's the very bottom one.
Combat
in the-
introduction sequence. Yeah, when
in-
enabled,
in-
combat will play in front of all combats. No, don't want that.
I don't
Those
want.
banners are annoying.
Combat outro animation. I do want to know the IPCs lost in combat, so maybe I think I need to keep the outro animation.
Totally agree.
Had the music turned off for a hot minute.
I never played the music in this game.
No, I mean, the music's not very good.
It's just. I don't even. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not really impressive nor unimpressive. It's just you don't even hear it after a while.
Because it's background music. It does its job very well, but since there's only one track and it's only like 2 minutes long, it gets old fast.
Yeah, right.
It's like trying to hum the theme to a Marvel movie. It's just like not memorable.
Bingo. I think we should. I think we're ahead. I bet. Yeah, we are. Ooh, we are. Ooh, 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 ooh,
You should be ahead
ooh.
in attack power right now.
We are.
And once the United States has done its turn, that's going to be even again or slight advantage to US.
Okay. Let's see.
We already know he's just going to dump literally everything on France.
That's okay.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking what to buy.
Those
Yes.
those Japanese fighters are going to be sitting in Berlin next turn, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know if Berlin's a great spot for him, honestly. Until I'm in danger of losing
Well,
my
right.
capital.
No, I meant if we need to.
Yeah,
I think
I don't.
I think that's a red herring.
We're not going to lose Berlin anytime soon unless he takes the real long odds on dice and gets it. But I should have plenty of stuff there. What they're going to do is keep stacking France. UK probably doesn't need to put a factory on it just because they don't have the production slots to do that. They can just keep putting infantry on
Yeah,
London.
that's why
But
I'm.
they're going to start trading Italy, and that cuts my production capacity down. So I'm going to be hamstrung in my ability to match their numbers.
Yes.
They're just going to take Italy and make that stack taller and taller until they get odds. And I won't be able to take it back, even if I go in full retreat right now.
Well, he's got 10 going up. Yeah, it's a matter of attrition. You can't compete against the UK and US.
Yeah, I mean they're dropping 20 pieces a turn. I can build 10 on a good day, and that's when I'm not getting strat bombed into oblivion.
Well, I'm here.
Oh, I forgot about those bombers.
I'm here for you, brother. I'm, in Japan. I'm doing the little hug. I'm doing the bear hug around Russia. I'm doing my best. They got to respond to some things now. And the thing is, he can't respond to all of them.
Russia's not impressed by your chest hair.
Should be. It's gray and scraggly,
Just
like
God intended.
just like the scraggly woods. Nobody wants to go into the scraggly woods. Nobody ever comes out of the scraggly woods. Norm
Are you
Macdonald,
saying people have died in your chest hair?
Norm Macdonald, rest in peace. It's like, I don't know why people believe in hope, man. Hope sucks. Never do it, folks. Obama was an idiot. Hope never works. You guys know who Norm Macdonald is, right?
Yes.
Comedian?
Yeah,
Yeah, one of the greats, man.
he's all right.
Mm.
I'm a George Carlin guy myself.
Oh, George is good too.
They were contemporaries.
Yeah. All right. Well, while Kent's thinking, does Kent know it's his turn?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's worth it to get extra infantry or even this transport, or if I should go for a Norway IC. I don't know.
Ooh. Okay. Well,
Well,
I'll be right
see
back.
if you go for a Norway IC, you're gonna invite him to take Karelia.
Yeah, I mean,
Let me look at your income.
You've got 12 transports in the water right now, so I'd say so long as you can build 12 infantry, you're already maxing out Eastern US in that efficiency. So
yeah, but I think I can. Looks like I can even get more,
you might
but
be
I
well
don't know.
served to mix in some artillery at this point, honestly.
Hmm.
I mean, all infantry are good, but you've already solidified your hold on France, and you're probably not going to lose it anytime soon. So I would start thinking about building some attack power in addition to defense.
That's a pretty good idea, but yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Of course, it's a good idea.
I don't love artillery, but they do
I
have
love
it.
artillery.
Yeah.
They are infantry and artillery are better on offense than any other unit combination per cost.
Yes, but my counter argument to that is that a plane has the same use as an artillery, and the plane is reusable, whereas the artillery is one and done.
Only if you're
Yeah,
trading.
maybe I will. Maybe I will spring for a bomber or something.
Do you have just the one right now?
Yeah, I
If you
just
buy a
have the one
bomber,
right
you're dead to me. You hear me?
now.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna strategic bomb them right now too, also, right?
Well, maybe, yeah. Let's see.
I like the bomber buy. I think it'll come in useful.
Bombers are USA bombers are useful throughout the game. I don't care when you buy them or how many you get. Any non-zero number of bombers is good.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm getting getting backed up in terms of my transportation efficiency here.
Why do you think that?
Why are you picking up an extra transport considering that you've already got your 6 and 6 shuck set up?
Yeah, because I'm going to be using an extra transport on season 8 to load some units into France now, and I'm going to be using that extra transport in season 8 for a while.
Well, oh, you're right, George. Which you already
So
purchased.
you're just going to conservatively spend one transport over the next 3 turns, bringing all your Africa guys to France.
Yeah, possibly.
I figured you were thinking about diverting some troops into Africa just in case Japan gets any ideas, but let me guess, he still hasn't got a transport in range. Nope. One day, one day he'll read the map note that says maybe, just maybe, we should think about setting up a transport to attack Africa because it's free income just waiting completely undefended.
Well, he wants Brazil. That's his thing.
Brazil, I mean, Brazil's a good thing to take. It does distract U.S., but you have 8 transports in range of Brazil. So I feel like, you know,
I mean,
with the 41's not a bad spot to be, but I feel like if
confident.
he does take Brazil next turn, he's going to have no trouble just wiping out whatever Japan puts there.
Where? What? I'm here now. You guys talking about me?
Yeah, man.
Hey, you guys should know I got a green screen now. My production
Nice.
value,
Good or bad?
my production value is about to go up, man.
Well, I mean, if you're doing no post production, I guess you're just putting chroma key in ops.
Yeah, basically for now, it's a slow process.
And honestly, Roach, if I'm being perfectly honest,
Oh,
the
be
videos are
honest.
better.
What?
They're better without your face because you can't. They oftentimes cover up a critical area of the
Oh
map.
no,
And
yeah,
you
I've
can't
come to
get
learn
face.
that. There's nothing of value of having my face on the screen. Yeah, I figured that out. I mean, nobody said as much except for you just now. Thank you very much, by the way.
I mean,
But
yeah,
I mean,
constructive
I kind of
criticism is
figured
always
it
good.
out on my own,
it's not.
like I don't know if this is a good idea.
Yeah, a lot of opinions kind of gravitate towards, you get higher view counts when you have a face cam. Did I hit it? Or did you
Yeah.
roll a one? Ho ho
Nice,
ho
nice.
ho!
That serves him right.
Yes!
And you know what? Kent's
Get
kick.
some!
Kent's like me on this one. We hate using strat bombers for this very reason.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I
why
had a
I
one
Brazil
on
should
won
I
sixes,
shouldn't
games.
have done
but
that.
I just
Why?
came out of a ranked game where USA had 7 bombers and it got into round freaking 16 or 17. I
Oh
never hit
shit.
them once.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Oh, I played those games before. Oh, that's nothing pisses you off more. Did you end up winning that game or no?
Yeah, yeah, I did actually.
Yeah.
Because there comes a point where Japan is just such a freaking beast that honestly, if you haven't killed Germany yet, then I guess the game's just over.
Exactly. Plus, if the U.S. and the Allies want to build that many bombers, that means there's less units they can put on the ground. I'm all for
And it
that.
is a lot harder to take Germany when you have 10 to 20 orange fighters on.
Right.
You know, 40 infantry doesn't seem like that much on round 20, but 40 infantry and 20 fighters, hmm,
That's
that's
almost
an
that.
obstacle.
It's kind of impenetrable, actually. It's like what I talk on my videos, where you reach the point of equilibrium, where you can continuously defend your position and advance your position at the same time.
Well, the other fun part about stacking Japanese air in Europe is it forces the Allies to continue wasting money on more and more escort ships just so that you don't sink their entire transport armada.
Well, see, there you go again. Table talking, man. I'm telling you, stop that.
I think US should buy a couple of battleships right now just as a precaution.
At least two. At least two.
And this is Russia's last turn to build any navy. I think they should knock that out right now too.
Two subs. That's fair.
Yeah, one in the
To be
Baltic and
fair,
one in the one in the Black Sea.
has anybody ever? I've never seen that. Has anybody actually ever done that?
Yes, it's usually not a good move.
Probably not.
I mean, there's you could argue that putting a sub in Caucasus turn one is a good idea because Germany doesn't have a destroyer, and so if you're landing your planes in Caucasus, then
Mhm.
you've actually got really good odds on the battleship. But you're not going to be able to trade ground toward territories as effectively, and UK honestly has that down pat anyway without Russia's help.
Agreed.
So there are some interesting navy plays with Russia, but for the most part, they're suboptimal.
So
It's like putting an industrial complex on Alaska as United States. Like, it's fun to do. You can win some games that way, but generally speaking, it's not the best move.
You can't win the games against top players that way, though. That's stuff you do
You
when you're.
can.
Well, yes, but that's late game stuff where. Yeah. But, I mean, that's
There's
the kind of fun you
usually a
have.
better thing you can be doing with your stuff. Because Alaska is fun, but is out of range of anything Japan has that's worth anything. That's a big pile of dudes you got.
He's protecting C Zone 10.
There's a real dude bro party massacre going on.
How many transports does he have there?
This is going to be really hard without a kid.
He's going to have 7.
This whole Berlin situation.
It's going to be a what? Say that again, Jake?
He's saying Berlin's going to be very hard without a calculator.
Without using calculators, like we're not doing, it's going to be really interesting.
Oh, yeah, I know.
situation.
I've only used a calculator maybe 6 or 7 times this whole season.
I thought you were about to say just total in general.
Yeah, like totally for this season. Not in general. I've used it hundreds of times since I've been playing the game, but
Do you think I should send this Libya infantry to Egypt or back west?
I think you send it to Egypt.
Egypt?
I mean, yeah, they're in 3 turns in Egypt. They'll get more value than 3 turns going.
All right.
Eventually, India's not going to last forever. So once that band-aid gets ripped
Okay.
off,
What do you think? Should I take a roll into France anyway, just to see how it goes?
no.
Be really
Yeah,
funny,
do
right?
it.
What if
Do it.
it's just a freaking landslide? He loses everything, and I lose like 4 infantry.
That'd be great. I've had dreams like that. They never really come to fruition, though.
I mean, that's the sort of move that he would do, and I feel like it would pay off.
No, he wouldn't.
I
He's
mean, you
taken
could punish.
multiple
You could
coin flip
punish me
battles
for.
Well,
this game.
hold on now. Let's do the math here. Like just visually here, we got 20 guys, infantry we can send there. And 12 of them are going to hit at 2. We got tanks. We got planes. Yeah, probably not. Are you seriously thinking about it?
Thinking about it.
Eh,
as long as you send exactly 6 planes, I feel good about it.
I can send 7.
I always feel like a gambling addict at the slot machine with these AA guns. Come on, baby.
Nah, I hit my AA gun on the strategic bombing, so your AA gun's not due to hit for another 4 turns.
yeah, statistically,
That's
exactly.
how it works, so no.
It's somehow it feels like that sometimes, but statistically, you would get 1 hit off the AA gun. So
He's gonna hit 4.
yeah, that happened to me.
I think I would just forfeit right then and there. If he hit 4 AA guns on 6 fighters, I would just say, oh well, it was fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. 7 infantry,
Over
I
on the
guess.
West Coast. That is so manly.
No room on the East Coast. Okay.
Boeing is on. I mean, this is canonically correct here. Bombers are built in the
That's
Pacific
funny.
Northwest.
That's funny.
And ships are built on the East Coast. Well, no, there's some high-profile shipyards on the West Coast. I think I just don't know them as well because I live on the East Coast.
Well, I thought you. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, do you want?
Did I? It.
Do you,
Uh-huh.
do you really want that 2 Kazakh income, or do you just want to let UK do that dirty work?
Yeah, I guess I can let you do that.
I mean, I understand it. I understand if you want the income.
Well, you're gonna get it
No,
anyway.
it's
He's gonna get it anyway if you take it or not.
Um.
Actually, no, he won't. So he would
Yeah,
need it now.
maybe
If
I
he wants
will.
it, you would need to take it now because if the UK takes it, you won't even realize it by your turn. So
Yeah, maybe
Is
I will.
Germany just going to put all its tanks on
Yeah.
Kazakh? And
Maybe
I
I
mean,
will
really,
try to hit
if
Archangel.
yeah, that feels better.
actually, that would be an option. Germany just drops all its tanks on Kazakh, and then Japan blitzes through with its 4 tanks and nothing else.
hmm.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh man,
Pretty
will
much.
you
I mean,
stop that? I swear, dude.
I mean,
Uh,
at
He
this
can't.
point, it's
He can't anyway because UK goes before Japan.
no. I mean, if well, if Germany wants to expose tanks to a strafe or something like that. Well, anyway, we'll see.
Great
We'll see how
news,
that
man.
works out. We'll see how that works out. Uh, let's see. I think that's it. Um,
You'll notice he pulled his whole U.S. fleet back to 10, specifically to say if Japan puts its fleet on 22, it's just going to disappear.
oh, I did
yeah.
notice that. Oh, good point. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, 10. Yeah.
Oh, hey. What about if UK takes care of Evenki for me,
Mm,
right?
now you're getting sexy.
Right.
Sure.
When you
Evenki,
say takes
and
care
then
of it, you mean that in a sexual way, right?
You get the save.
and then,
You get the save in artillery.
yeah, then I can actually use one in Kazakh potentially.
Oh, this is super sexy now.
I mean, I could get both of them if you want. It's just a matter of how much you want to. What are you like? Hold on. What are you currently at? You're at 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So if you get if you get all 3 of them, you'll get 7 tweets.
Mhm.
I think you might be min-maxing just a little bit too hard.
Well, you get the Ukraine to it. So.
It's not the Ukraine, it's just Ukraine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
People have started getting really
No, he was
butthurt
joking.
about that recently.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yeah, a little bit.
Nope.
I'm gonna start trying to write map notes to you.
No,
Yeah.
don't.
So I guess
Don't do it.
the only other thing about Kazakh is hold on, guys.
Mhm.
Stop. And the only other thing about
Yeah.
Kazakh is it gives
What,
my Persian
what
units
you're
nothing
seeing,
to
I'm
do.
also seeing, man. I'm also seeing.
Yeah, but I kind of want the income though, just 2 income.
Look what
I
it's
mean,
Look,
Kent, look what it's costing you, though.
yeah,
7.
It's, yeah,
yeah,
it's not
that's
worth it.
true. That's true. I mean,
That's a negative profit.
And I guess the point I was just trying to make again is my UK guys have nothing to do anyway.
yeah, that's
Well,
true.
whose fault is that?
No,
Well,
it's a good point.
it's the overly aggressive Russians that are taking away everything.
Somebody wants the
Yeah.
glory. What do they call that in the old days? The glory hunter.
Where did
Glory
those
hunt.
5 UK infantry in Russia come from anyway? Did they get pulled off of India?
Uh,
It's
yeah,
just a steady
that
stream of guys going west from India.
that was a while ago.
One day, we'll
It
force
was
him to
3 turns
care.
ago.
Oh, I could force him to care now, actually.
All right, ready?
But I don't need to yet because right now our job is not India. India is insignificant. India's gonna have to respond. I'm not. There I go again, table talking. Stop, man. I'm not doing it. I got plans. Trust me, I got plans.
You need a swear jar for yourself.
Yeah. Come on.
These fights don't seem to be going very well for us.
I'm not even watching. I just seen that he took it. That's all I see.
I just saw a bunch of red dice come up for him and a couple of white dice come up for us, and then it said the battle was over. Like, it was very quick, very quiet, very painful.
Solemn. Well, Germany's gonna get rich here for one turn.
Maybe.
I think so. It'll enough to mitigate the disaster in France. Way to go there, Frisky. By the way.
What are you trying to imply?
Oh no. Just continue on, son. You're doing great.
Yes, our opponents are fracturing.
I would have the entirety of Africa if it weren't for that damn cruiser.
Okay.
So, you think I should be stacking Caucasus, stay put, or go to Karelia?
Hmm. Well, if you stack caucuses, it means that I'm in jeopardy of losing one, two, three,
I
four,
would leave enough
five.
infantry behind that UK won't clear it. And then Japan could always add, its fighters and 6 tanks to prevent Soviet Union from recapturing really quickly. And
Well, I can put my four
run
tank.
Caucasus.
I can put my 4 tanks in the Caucasus. Faux show.
6, but yeah,
Wait, what?
you could drop
Well,
6
yes.
tanks.
Well, 6 total. Yes. Is
So
it?
I'm thinking the move is go Caucasus
Yep.
because we
Well,
could have 21 infantry.
I'd send one to Karelia. We're not doing math. We're not doing calculators. But I think 28,
'Cause with your fighters, that makes really
37,
good hold, isn't it?
37 plus 4 is 41. Yeah, this multinational force doesn't have any teeth. It looks scary, but it's
Well,
it's
he's
got no
out of
teeth.
artillery.
Yeah,
He's attacking with like
35 infantry.
just purple plastic dildos and shit, just hurling them at the tanks all willy nilly. I don't think it's gonna work, man.
Plus, if you
So
take if you take Ukraine with just the infantry, you can send those tanks to Caucasus as well.
So the only question I've got is really how many infantry should I be leaving behind for your fighters to feel safe? In that case, I'm thinking two is probably
Two,
enough because you got the tanks
two,
as well.
just two. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking two is fine because his average hits, he's got two twos, two threes, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He's going to get about 2 hits. Or no, he's got 3 fighters from India that he could pull in if he was feeling super desperate.
I saw
You could hit
those.
4 hits, so he could clear your tanks, and you'd get average 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. You take at least 2 fighters on
But
the
he
defense.
but he would lose all 5.
He would lose all 5. He would
Yeah,
lose all
and
his
and then
fighters
India
to
will
take
definitely
2 or
be
3 of yours.
ours next turn.
Yeah.
So he can't do that. So yeah, take Caucasus, take Karelia with 1 infantry, take Caucasus, take Ukraine, smash. Well, I don't know what you're gonna do from here. Actually, I don't even want to look. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette because I'm scared. But
You do that, I'll hold down the fort.
all right, I'll be right back, guys.
It's nice having all these fighters, though. Tell you what,
Father,
Yes.
after this, I'm rewatching Rise of Skywalker.
Why don't you you know what you should do? I bet you would get into the whole Star Trek genre.
Not Star Trek.
Why not?
assuming he ain't talking to me.
It's fun, man. It's like my
Almost
favorite.
guarantee it started as a Star Wars conversation.
You like it more than Star Wars.
Daddy's trying to get us to watch adult stuff.
That's a pretty good spread, right?
Oh, that's not even close. No, don't even try and tell me that. Don't even try to tell me that. Star Wars is like 3 times as popular as.
Because
Called it.
none of the Allied factions are playing
Yeah.
any artillery, so I'm
Maybe
actually
old people
safer
like
than
Star
I
Trek,
think.
but yeah, the general populace likes Star Wars a lot more than people than a lot more people who like Star Wars than people who like Star Trek.
No
Don't
one's
give me
making a
that
lot of
because you
unfounded
know
assertions
it's
with no
actually the
data
most
to
popular
support it.
sci-fi series in the world.
Totally agree.
You know that. Stop trying to prove me wrong. You know this crap.
Show me the surveys.
You can look it up. You
Show me
can look up.
the
You can
box
look
office
up what's
numbers.
the most. I don't know. You can look it up. Yeah. I know you like both, but don't just because you like one doesn't mean you have to tell lies about it.
All right.
Star Trek is
All right.
not
This
the
time
second.
I'll hit.
No, it's like maybe third or second.
There. That was the one.
I'm defending facts.
Ah.
No one sounds exceptionally angry
You
with
failed to look it up. Well, you have no proof.
I don't need to because it's not that important to me. I like what I like, and I don't care what anybody else thinks.
So you surrender.
I'll take the anti-air back so that if anyone's like, oh, I'm going to pick off a tank with some airplanes, that'll be cost effective, I'll be like, yeah, but I get a free shot. Yo. It'll be really embarrassing when you lose all your planes and they never get a roll. All right.
So,
Let the pain continue.
Mr. Dolphin, do you think
Hmm?
do you think about a French factory? Do you have any opinions on that situation?
I like that idea.
Yeah, I do too. Just getting a little
Really?
Yeah.
nervous for that Navy, and this guarantees that I'll still have something even if the Navy goes.
Yeah. French factory. It's but the only the
You've got
big
just
risk is
barely enough infantry to max out your production, or barely enough money to max out your production. I think a factory is a little
no.
premature.
I mean, let's see. We have 33.
33 is 11 infantry,
Yeah,
which you can place
but
8 and 3.
you know what it does, Frisky, is it protects me in the event of my fleet getting annihilated.
The only way you're going to lose that fleet is if Dolphin just wants you to lose it.
No. The problem
After this
is
turn, you don't even need the fighters to hold France. And he can just drop 4 fighters in the water with you.
But
Because
it
now
also
all
gives
of my tanks are out of range to help me.
me the option of 6
Okay.
attack units instead of only 4.
Now Ren
which
was
gives me
played
a chance.
by Natalie Portman, right, in the movie? She's kind of sexy.
I'm gonna
mm,
do it. I just
Do you think
don't
she's
wanna
cute?
feel good about it.
yeah.
Natalie
All right.
Portman, Ren's mother. Never mind. All right, I'm back. What I miss? What happened? Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
Oh,
You got a hot
So
mic.
that one.
Yeah, we learned all sorts of things about your family just now.
Oh, did you guys hear? Did you guys hear all that? No, I didn't. I didn't have it on. Oh, I just had it off. You could hear it all still? Wow.
Star
Yeah.
Wars, Star Trek.
Yeah, we're having a Star Trek versus Star Wars debate in the house right now. My 12-year-old son thinks that Star Wars is the most popular genre. And I said, I'm not so sure about that. I think Star Trek might be there.
Oh, are you counting all time or present day? Because
Oh,
Star
oh,
Trek's definitely fallen off.
no, Star Trek's coming out with new series, man. They got like all kinds of stuff coming up. They got Discovery, they got Picard, they got this new one with um what's his name? The guy that played oh I can't,
Nicolas
well
Cage?
no.
So you're gonna oh wait, they have wait, 1, 2, 3. You know India is unsafe if you don't take Burma, right?
Where are those fighters?
They're in
Yeah.
West Russia. Yeah, if you don't take Burma, it's India is unsafe.
It's probably it's probably unsafe normally. I don't know the exact right time to abandon it. What
It'd
do you
be
think?
it would be now.
It would be before Germany's sitting on Caucasus, because if you abandon India and you take everything to Persia, I'll tell you exactly what Germany's doing next turn. I'm going to Persia.
You already missed the you already missed that. We warned you. We warned you.
Yeah,
Uh,
I could still hold it for one more turn. It would take
Yeah,
basically
I mean, you're probably going to hold it
everything would have
anyway,
to
just
hold.
because if he's going to take India, he wants to take fighters, and those fighters have to move 3 to get to India. But if they do that, they can't reinforce Caucasus, which means I lose the whole German stack for profit to Russia. So
I don't
the
need
fighters
I don't
are
need
going to have to
I
land on Caucasus before it can attack it.
I don't need the fighters for India.
Well,
Depending on what he leaves behind.
you
I don't,
will if I leave my fighters.
well, go ahead and leave them.
Russia's also got a couple of fighters that contribute to the cause.
Go ahead and do that too.
hmm.
I
Take
mean,
the 20% odds and he'll get it, man.
I
He'll
don't
get it.
have
let
to.
me,
That's the beauty of this. I don't
let
have
me
to.
talk to my ally for a second.
I don't have to
Yep.
commit to. I don't have to commit to India. I just have to threaten it. And right now, it
He's
isn't.
asking if he can talk to
Yeah.
someone who's
Oh,
like
sorry.
his friend in this
Oh,
game.
my bad. My bad.
So
Huh?
I don't know. What's your opinion? Should I hold India for one more turn?
Hmm. That's a good question. Uh,
Because it'll require me putting the Persian units back in there, which is fine. We can do that. But I need your opinion.
uh,
He's thinking.
let's see, 10, 10, 15, and
Excuse me.
yeah, you can yeah, I think hold India one more turn. Try to do that.
Okay, but I mean that is the last. That's what do you call it? The last of the Mohicans.
Yeah.
Last of the Indians. That's fine. You get a new industry this turn. You're not going to need India soon.
Why don't you use the artillery in Kazakh? You
Um,
know, take it extra well.
'Cause you
I
yeah,
mean,
technically,
when else are you gonna use the artillery? Yeah. I mean,
yes,
you can
it's important enough.
save the yeah.
It's
he's got
important.
more than enough air to take care of that problem without the artillery, though.
Yeah, I mean, you can save one infantry in Moscow for any potential later snipes.
Let's just give this an attempt.
Mhm. You can use a bomber.
Yeah, I was
You can
thinking
use the
about
bomber in Burma or something.
I was thinking about strategic bombing.
Yeah, strategic bomb Caucasus.
Because
Bomber in Burma maybe because I don't really like only three fighters in Burma.
Chase, I'm actually recording, bud.
I agree.
all right, you talked me into it, but this would have been a good time to strategically bomb Germany because they would have to start spending money on repairs.
Yeah, guaranteed I'd lose
Wait,
Italy.
where? Caucasus or
No, he'd bomb Berlin. So
Germany?
he'd strategic bomb Berlin.
I think I still want to do that.
Okay.
And
Berlin's a good target right now for strategic bombing, just because basically have to pay back whatever damage you do. Or you could get shot down like your poor friend here.
It's gonna happen.
I read the Steam
Yeah.
forums. I heard that Berlin always hits.
and if India can't hold, it can't hold. Whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Such a
Do you want
fatalist.
Do you want Northwest for America? Northwest Europe?
No, you take it. You take Northwestern.
Will do.
Use your cruiser. Yeah, use your cruiser. 2 infantry and the cruiser.
Yeah, thanks. I get it. Appreciate that.
And the fighter in Norway. Norway
I
fighter.
thought that one had other places to be.
Yeah, I don't know if that. I'm gonna take that fire elsewhere.
If he goes
No,
northwest,
I think
he can reinforce Russia this turn, for better or for worse.
no, Russia's fine. Russia's pretty much fine. So I think better put it in. Better keep that fighter here, hanging around here. So I think yeah.
It is 9:30. It's time to kick off my shoes, man.
Kick off the shoes and the don't bing. Do, 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 do.
You must have heard of Tenacious D.
Oh, of course.
Love
You mean
this
Jack Black?
Yeah.
You know who he was influenced by?
Hundreds of people.
Rush.
Yeah, I'm sure Led Zeppelin.
Rush. Canadian band, baby.
All right, that felt pretty good.
Yes.
What was it, a 6?
Close.
Come on, Evenki.
Do it.
It makes you do the naval battles first.
I had forgotten that. You're right.
So he's got 35. 36. That's 35. It's 4 hits. 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think you need all of my fighters in Caucasus. I think I can lend a couple to Berlin.
I don't know if we need them in Berlin either, honestly.
Yeah.
I think keeping them in
It gives-
range of India is probably best for your next turn.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
And Caucasus is just a convenient location because it's 2 away from every territory around Russia,
That's true.
including India.
Yes. Oh, he hit with all 3 fighters.
You got none.
Nice.
12.5% of it. Okay.
Yeah, he's got no offensive units coming. I think Berlin's probably safe for at least one more turn. Since my production capacity is going to be pretty limited here.
What's the threat on Moscow in your estimation? Is it 0? Is it 5%? Is it 0?
No, it's pretty low. It's
Probably about 2.
0, I'd say.
Probably 2%. There might be a 2% chance. Well, without his planes, yeah, probably 0.
And to kill Germany first, Germany will not take Moscow unless you just seriously fuck up.
Right.
Yeah, but still need to know.
The fact that you're still in the Caucasus right now is actually really impressive.
Hey, remember back on turn 2 when I was like, when I take Caucasus, and he snarked at me, he's like, what do you mean? You'll never take it. And I insisted, no, this is an eventuality. I will take Caucasus. And here we are, god damn it.
Hell yeah.
Germany's had a bad day, but they got a couple things going for
To be fair, I was commenting on your confidence. I never disagreed with your argument.
them.
So you might want to bring a single infantry from Ivanki back to Moscow. You can let him take Blitz Vologda, and
They move this turn. You can move it.
This is non-combat. They already attacked.
no,
Yeah,
Ivanki from Novosibirsk to Moscow. I mean,
You just want to let those.
Novosibirsk.
You just
Just
want to let those Japanese tanks in.
yeah. I mean, I think it's
No, because then he gets Vologda for free.
well, then I get to take back.
oh, it's not
No,
free
I
because
don't-
he loses a tank.
It's a wash.
like
It's
that.
a wash.
If you
All right.
prefer, I'll put another fighter in there.
No,
Don't
no,
let
no,
your
that's
ally
okay.
bully you. They're your pieces, man.
Yeah, I don't like that idea.
Same way I got to
Yeah,
dial
it's
myself
okay.
back when I'm trying to coach Japan. It's like at the end of the day, it really isn't my faction.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
All right, I don't know what to do with this sub. Any ideas for this sub? Probably just
The
stay.
sub.
Yeah, he's next to midway right now.
Honestly, where he's at is
Yeah.
okay. I'd probably put him one spot north to 64 so that neither 62 or 60 is safe for a new Japanese transport, so that if he builds a new one, that he must bring an escort ship back.
Yeah. Really, the sub's only job, other than transport hunting, is to stop one round of bombardment on some territory.
Subs can be ignored, so it doesn't even do that, honestly.
If you make sure they're not on submerge, you will not get bombardment.
Offense can still select the territory and choose to ignore the sub, regardless of the
Yeah,
sub.
you can still ignore.
It's just harder. It's a harder setting to find because you have to select the C zone for it rather than your combat settings. But you can literally just choose to not engage with sub.
Okay. And this is say goodbye to India.
No, wait. You should probably put everything in London, don't you think? I don't think we need to. Do we need to put anything in India?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
I don't think we need to put anything in India.
Yeah, we do.
I think we want. Well, he only has three planes in range, right?
No, he's got 6 points.
No, but it's three because but you have Burma. He has a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, he only one carrier.
Yeah, so I guess.
So I think don't need to put anything in India.
You know what though? I want to.
But I mean they're gonna die. And I think we gotta keep piling in on Berlin as fast as we can. I think.
I don't think you have any shortages on that front.
I mean,
I will compromise with you. I will sub 1 fjord.
okay.
But I still want to protect my planes in India this time. That makes sense.
Yeah, you're,
I mean-
you're holding France pretty hardcore right now.
All right.
And it just gives me the option for maybe next turn possibly holding India one more time, depending on what they do.
Okay.
Probably not, but you never know.
Okay, that means it's Japan's turn.
I'm thinking 7-3-2. 7 infantry, 3 artillery, 2 tanks.
12, 3, 4, 5,
What you think?
I think many things. What's your short-term plan?
Well, I don't think we're gonna land in Brazil and sacrifice the transport. I think what we're going to do is we're going to end up in C zone 25 on this turn, and we're going to threaten Africa and Brazil. We're going to keep these American guys in C zone 10 for now.
Interesting.
And my second idea was to kill Kazakh and then send my 4 Russian tanks into Caucasus, along with the 2 West Russia tanks and all of my fighters.
Might as well trade a Banky as well if you can.
Hmm. Oh, of course. I didn't get there yet. I was going to take Novosibirsk and Yavanki.
There you go. Take all the things.
And I think that pretty much just about covers it for my turn.
Something you could do
Yes, I'm here. I'm listening.
is get one more transport so that you can divert one to C Zone 36 and then kind of snag on over and take India and stuff next turn.
Honestly, well, I don't want to say this out loud, but I guess we can because we're
You
not.
could.
We're all just it's just a friendly game. But I'd rather that he actually keeps his troops in India. So
I was thinking Egypt actually.
oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Well, that would make sense.
If you get one transport in 36, you can start whittling away Africa
But the cost of
from the other
7,
side as well.
the cost of the 7 on the transport, and then of course the 2 infantry, would be about what it costs for an industrial complex in South Africa anyway. So I'd rather build an industrial complex in South Africa.
Cool.
So
Makes sense.
that was kind of the idea on that one.
And lock it in, brother.
All right. I think
You got
that's
enough transport capacity. You could turn 1 tank into 2 infantry if you wanted, because you have plenty of production.
good, but I want the tanks. It gives me some flexibility.
Tanks are nice.
And mainly the flexibility is really helping you. It's not the flexibility in what I want to do. It's just helping you, you poor bastard.
Germany's had a rough game, okay?
I know. I'm trying to help. Okay. All right. We're good. I gotta take Burma, 'cause that's what we do around here. Sorry. I think we're gonna take this here. These guys are gonna go here. First, they're gonna go up there. Hmm. Pretty much. I guess I could use them all here. I guess. I almost feel like the Burma battle might be a losing battle 5-on-3, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. I think that's good. Let's go.
So far, so good.
Ooh, very nice.
That was pretty sweet. There's one
Well,
that went our way.
India is definitely ours next turn.
Yeah, that much is pretty much guaranteed. Which I think was why Dolphin was pressing like, hey, maybe don't put stuff there because it's
Well,
basically dead.
he's
And
gonna
then
be able
it
to
gets
escape.
trapped.
No, I think Jake actually made the right move because he can still escape. Well, maybe, kind of,
Where's
sort
he
of.
going to escape now?
Yeah, maybe not. You're right.
Germany's punching the other side. If he goes to Persia, any opportunity that I can have to actually get a profitable battle with Germany, yeah,
Of
I'll take
course,
that. I'll jump on. Just
absolutely.
because those opportunities are few and far between for me now. Plus, what else am I going to do with my tanks?
Ouch. Ooh, that
It'd
hurt.
be really funny if Germany just captures India as the alternate production hub.
Yeah.
Get a transport. Just
So
start a new civilization in the South Pacific.
12 to 25, not bad, not bad, not bad.
Your income's starting to be pretty healthy too.
Oh, it's getting there.
You have 45. Keeping a decent attack power advantage as well. Beautiful, beautiful. UK is officially out of land units around Russia, which is convenient for our movement. I don't have to leave infantry behind to protect your fighters anymore. If I'm moving, Caucasus is a nice place to stay, honestly.
I think that's it. All right.
USA! USA!
Oh, we got a good. Yeah, we got a pretty healthy lead right now. It's not bad.
The
Oh, I put those guys on frickin' oh no, I built them there. Sorry, never mind. My bad.
Why would I unload them there? Oh, wait. No, they're new. That Japanese fleet has sailed a long way to get there.
Like Captain Cook, baby. The long way round.
Magellan.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can't ignore them. I mean, my guess is he's probably gunning for South Africa and all the fun stuff down there.
I've got plenty of things to do there. I've got
There is a
options.
lot of fun stuff down there.
I've got
That's where
options.
you've got that right.
Okay.
He's got 13 transports in the water.
Yep.
And worse, he's taking my advice and building artillery.
Just thinking about the coming Berlin time.
Can't do it.
Mhm.
It's not gonna
You
happen.
might consider grabbing a sub.
What?
Because you're
What?
gonna a sub.
A sub? A sub?
Because you're gonna have to reinforce my fleet a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then if he brings everything to say Cuba or Panama,
Oh.
it could get annoying.
Sub, huh? I mean, I think he wants South Africa.
Oh, do you now?
I do too, but I mean, you can't just rule out the
I mean,
possibility.
I can put 4 planes in Sea Zone 8 and 2 carriers, and these 4 planes can reach anywhere.
I mean, for the price of 2 infantry, you get a sub. You have two
Sub?
subs and 11. 2 subs and 11. I think that would be enough to detour the entire.
I think we have enough because I'm not. I can put 2 carriers and 4 fighters, and I'm not going to put anything else.
Going to invest
So-
as little as possible. He's going to focus on all ground and just use what he's got to smash everything Japan has. He's
I mean, it's up to you. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I
1,
just
2,
think
3, 4, 5.
I think
6.
1 sub and 11 would guarantee.
1, 2,
You'd
3,
have
4.
2 subs to soak his.
Because then there's the follow-up question. Okay, he takes a transport to South
1, 2,
Africa.
3,
Where's the
4,
rest of that
5,
fleet going?
6.
Shut up, man! Shut up!
No, I think I have enough. I'm just gonna take the gamble that we would get lucky if he sends his fleet over. Because I have a bomber too.
Okay. At the very least, make sure you move your sub through the canal in case he takes the canal.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll do that. Okay. Hey, better not hit me with 3 hits there, so I don't take Rome.
I think it's about time I got 3. You could just take 4 infantry and make it like 99% guaranteed. Rather than deliberately take all these risks, you could, like take less risk by just
Yeah.
having 1 more infantry in there.
Like with
That's
a backup
true.
sub.
That way, even if I hit all 3, you still
That's
win
true.
and capture the territory. Wouldn't that be cool? To not have to rely on the dice every turn?
I mean, with 5 planes, I think it's fine.
Just for that, I'm hitting all 3.
Let's.
You got 5 planes, I got 7.
Okay.
Ah,
You too.
So Jake, can I
the
ask?
last guy didn't listen. He ran out of ammo.
Yeah.
Jake, let me ask you a question. So you were thinking C Zone 18 and the fact that you think that I'm going to suicide my fleet to draw the American fleet away into 18 so that the Germans can kill whatever's in C Zone 7 or 8?
That was a consideration, yeah.
Pretty smart. Actually, that's actually higher level thinking. What's your rank right now?
Oh, I just got my rank, my first one. It was mid silver.
No, you're a better
I think
player than that.
everyone's placing in mid-silver right now just because there's so few games.
I had 3 games in a row where I just botched Ukraine with Russia, and
Oh.
it seriously got me thinking about the West Russia jam, like that Frisky loves, because
I don't-
it's so frustrating.
I don't like that
And
move.
it's such an uphill climb.
I mean, I understand the logic and the theory behind it, but it can go wrong. It can go horribly wrong for Russia.
Everything
But I
can
mean,
go horribly wrong for
it's
Russia.
going wrong. It's going wrong for Russia anyway. Is my point. You know, 3 games in a
Ukraine
row,
is
I
just
couldn't take
a
Ukraine.
much higher risk, albeit higher reward, opening. But I don't. When you lose Ukraine, it's just so hard. So I hate opening with Ukraine just because I've lost so many games. I feel because I lost Ukraine in the first turn.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I
what do
mean,
you
I
guys
go ahead.
what are your German bomber settings? You do bomber first just because of
Oh hell
Ukraine?
no. Oh no.
Mm-mm.
No way. If you
No,
see
I
the
put
logic
bomber.
behind that is if you use the bomber, if you lose the bomber first, it's I mean, Russia hits once and it kills the bomber and it's already a win for them, no matter what they do. So,
And they just immediately retreat and they've come out ahead.
correct.
Is
So but
is
if you
that
have the bomber, let's say before fighter, and they're left with like two tanks and two fighters, they have to make a decision, right? If they want to take it to kill the bomber, then they're going to have to kill their tanks to do it. So it's a wash. It's actually probably the worst opening battle in the entire game is the Ukraine battle.
the counterpoint to putting bombers first is there's a high percentage chance of saving your fighter.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You should, as Germany, you should expect to lose Ukraine.
Well, yeah, you take the fighter last either way.
Yeah,
But the
Yeah,
question is just
I mean,
where are you putting the bomber? If you put it first, I think Russia is
it,
more likely to have a successful strafe and still come out ahead.
correct.
Yeah, I don't want to put the bomber last either. I actually put my
No,
bomber in front of tanks.
I put mine
which is an
after
interesting.
tanks.
Uh,
Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I think I do have before tanks. Yeah, you're right. I think I do.
Yeah, I have it after artillery before tanks too.
Yeah, yeah, I do too.
so I think, Dolphin, I think you could keep the battleship in range.
Yeah,
The
the
battle,
battleship in range.
the battleship to sub all your planes. I think
Yeah.
that should be enough.
Yep.
I mean, maybe he'll do it anyway because what else is that fleet going to?
Oh, excuse
I mean,
me?
if it wants to kill itself. I mean, if it wants to die, then go for it.
Yeah, but I mean, even if it does die, it doesn't affect us. We're not contending that fleet anymore.
Anyway, let's.
You've got industries on the mainland now. I don't know how significant your fleets are anymore.
Okay.
UK made a deliberate decision to just say, you know what? I don't need to use these transports for the rest of the game. I'm just going to build some factories.
Well, it just
Going to
protects.
industrialize Paris.
It just protects against catastrophic fleet loss.
I'd rather have the UK build us than an IC rather than the US. So we're actually ahead of the game there.
Yeah,
we,
I'm
we
a
wanted
little
that
bit
too.
happier that UK's got that there.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it happen.
I think US is going to have no trouble getting 12 units a turn in either way, but at least US is the one saying, shit, I got 12 extra IPCs and nowhere to put them.
That's probably why he's got like 50,000 transports.
That is literally why he's got all those transports. He's got
Was it
13
13?
transports.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Really? I thought that was pretty standard.
13? No.
Yeah.
I mean,
11 is optimal. It's nominal. 11 is the nominal. I like to go actually 12. I like to go above that, but that's fine.
I usually stop around 10, honestly. Because I like to, and it's arguably suboptimal, but I prefer to start investing the extra past 10 transports into additional air.
Yeah, I could see that,
Different,
especially with America.
different philosophies there.
It is Russia's turn.
Thanks for the reminder. Let's see.
Karelia
I didn't know if we were going to have 10 minutes of silence and then
I just got that.
be like, all right, it's the United States' turn, so I'm just going to go to the bathroom now.
Speaking of which, I'll be right back, guys. I actually do have to go to the bathroom. As I leave, I just want to send a shout out to the Gibraltar guys that are hanging tough over there. Just saying.
It's been a harrowing, stressful time for the Gibraltar guys watching all their friends get blown away while they
They
can
sh-
literally do nothing to help.
They're tough dudes, man.
They're probably going to be there till the end of the game. They're going to be the reason I still get a turn after I lose my capital.
Yeah, well, when you build a transport to recover, that'd be the greatest move in history of this game. I'll be right back.
can
I'm wondering
battleship
if I.
transport on Caucasus. That's the
So,
next one.
Jake, what do you think? Should I hit West Russia or should I hit Kazakh? Trade Japan or trade Germany?
I honestly, I think you should do both.
Both?
Yeah, don't send a
I
plane
don't.
to Karelia. Do not send a plane to Karelia. I would send an extra infantry to Karelia instead, and then send one
Okay.
plane to West Russia, one plane to Kazakh, each with 2 infantry.
Yeah,
That's just
maybe.
my opinion.
That sounds pretty good. Okay.
And it's really only worth it to trade the countries that are worth 2 IPC, because if you get a hit on defense, you actually come out ahead.
Mm.
If you were to upload like the last week's game, and it's like 4.5 hours or whatnot, and then you chose to monetize it, how many ads do you think would be in it?
I think it's 1 every 12 minutes, right?
Oh Christ!
So what's that? 5 an hour? 20 ads? I think we'd have 20 ads.
Hmm. This feels a bit heavy.
It does, and I think the way to balance it is pick one or the other, and take one fewer infantry. Take one heavy and take one light. Hope that the dice are with us.
Yeah, I think I'll skip West Russia and
Hold on, let me look at his current income. 30, which would be at 28, just fewer than he could buy in. Well, I guess he could get. I'd still try it, to be honest. I'd send 2 infantry only. 2 infantry and a fighter.
me to West Russia.
Yeah, and honestly, I wouldn't use the artillery here, because you have 2 planes.
No, I like to use artillery with planes because artillery by itself, planes by themselves kind of are iffy.
Yeah,
That's my
but
thinking.
worst case scenario, you just back out. It's not vital that you get Kazakh. It's inefficient.
Let's see.
Makes you wonder why you're
Yeah.
trading at all.
Yeah, but you have to. You can't just sit there. That's a slow death.
So you think
I think
Russia's going
maybe
down this game?
If I had to make a guess right now, I think it'd be within 1 or 2 turns that they'll fall. Almost simultaneously they'll fall. That being Berlin and Moscow. But I mean, that's a super rough guess. I'm not certain.
Where is the Japanese ground army?
good question.
And it's just
I've
been
been
trading
hearing.
so heavy.
I've been hearing how dangerous it. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, maybe by like round 12 or something.
Okay.
But if they're giving up five to six pieces every turn in a trade, they're really not accumulating anything.
Yeah, that looks good, and that looks like a smart use of artillery.
All right.
Aha! Paid for himself after all.
Okay. Okay.
Aren't you glad you brought the fighter?
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, West Russia. This is the annoying one.
When? I'm gonna watch this.
This
Yes.
is the one that you're probably not taking enough, but the dice were with you, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
I swear, when I do that battle in ranked, I miss everything. Defenders get one hit, so I take off the infantry. I'm like, I might still be able to pull one off, and then they get two hits, and I lose the fighter.
Right.
You need discipline. You cannot
Yeah.
miss those fighters.
I have a critical decision here to make with Germany that will affect the rest of the game. Do I take my Caucasus army to Persia, guarantee that India is going down next turn,
India's going down
And-
anyway.
and send 5 tanks to run rampant through Africa and try and pick up some extra income?
I like the idea of sending a tank, at least one tank into Africa, or two, perhaps.
Or is this the turn where I start bringing my entire Caucasus stack back to Berlin and say, hey, Japan's probably got it from here, because once you take India, there should be less contest. Because you should comfortably be able to take India next turn without any fear, because all 5 of your fighters can get there.
Mhm.
Now,
Yeah.
what I'd like to do is definitely take Persia, even if light, so that he has to retake Persia, or your tanks can blitz to India.
Mm-hmm.
And if he retakes Persia, doing that at all weakens India. So it's just a lose-lose for him if I take Persia. So I have to take Persia, but I was thinking maybe I just walk the whole fucking stack of 25 dudes down to Persia.
No, because if you do that, he's gonna take his Russian stack and he's gonna move towards Berlin.
Might.
I would.
And then I take my whole German stack and put it on Kazakh.
It doesn't matter. He's giving up. He would give up Russia at that point. They'd go for.
Think you would?
Of course, I would. You're out of
Doesn't
position.
necessarily make it a good idea.
If you take everything from Caucasus to Persia, he's gonna get to Berlin before you can catch him.
Well,
No,
Game's
I'm not going to
I
give
wouldn't
up
be trying to
Moscow
catch
before
him.
Berlin.
I wouldn't be trying to catch him. I'd just take Moscow. And then we got 4 turns of holding Berlin and Moscow before I'm even under threat, because you're just going to take every single fighter and land it on Berlin as soon as he gets there.
Let me think about this for a second.
Because I've gone to Persia before and ranked, and that's worked for me. But usually I don't have a stack of 40 fucking dudes sitting on France when I do that. Usually I've still got France under control.
That's the
Um,
problem.
So I'm thinking, because the Allied pressure is probably a solid 4 turns ahead of where it typically is at this stage of the game, that I really just need to play it really conservative and just fall back. I think now is the turn to bring these guys back to Berlin, or I'm not going to live for another 3 turns. I think he's got the timing pretty good.
I like the idea of
I
like the idea of taking Persia lightly.
Yeah, so I'll just take 2 infantry and artillery there.
I like the idea of taking West Russia. I like the idea of taking Karelia. And then, yeah, pushing back to Ukraine is not a bad idea. I mean, Japan's got things under control over here, for now.
Okay.
I mean, Russia's going to be down to basically trading its outer provinces with Japan for a while. It's not going anywhere, so you don't have to worry about them. So you just have to worry about the U.S. and the U.K., and I'm going to even make that even easier on you in a little bit. So yeah, I'm coming. You just have to keep killing Rome. Maybe some, if the opportunity arises, maybe Northwest Europe. But other than that, yeah, just I'm coming. I'm coming to help. Africa is going to be. I mean, the UK is going to lose all of Africa in about 3 turns. Africa will all be ours.
No sense in me leaving anything behind in Caucasus, right?
Um. Well, he's still got a tank, an infantry, and 4 fighters, and a
No matter what I leave behind, he's going to take it at profit.
right. But I've got 5 fighters and 6 tanks. Probably not a good idea to attack that. But yeah,
You're going to move before he does, so it's just going to be him suiciding UK Air Force against 6 tanks and 5 fighters.
right. It's probably not likely, but um, I mean it's possible.
Mm,
Those fighters
that's
that are
six
in,
fighters.
those fighters are they're in Paris, right? They're actually landing on Paris. Let me see here. Hold on.
No, the bulk of the fighters are actually in the water.
No, the U.S. bomber and fighters are in Paris.
Those are in Paris, yes, sir.
All right. So they can't reach Sea Zone 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That one fighter could not. The bomber absolutely could.
The
And
bomber
landed
can,
nearby.
so that's eight. It's 8 against 7. If he wants to send his American fleet against 8 against 7 at this point in the game, with his fighters sitting on Paris, he's got
Let them come, he says.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 5 ships you can kill right now. Hold on. Stop. 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 1, 2,
No,
3, 4.
just click unfollow player.
He's got no fighters protecting Sea Zone 8, and there are 10 transports there.
I have 4 fighters protecting Season 8.
They're on Paris, aren't they?
No.
It's a mix. It's a
You have
mix and
4
match.
fighters that are sitting on 8 right now.
Okay. Never
And
mind.
you have 1 additional fighter just out in France.
It looks on my map that they're actually sitting in France.
National production 26, 8, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 34. That still doesn't feel like enough, especially if he bombs me. I'm tempted to take Kazakh, or at least, just send 1 infantry, 1 artillery there, just as a maybe I'll get the money.
You could use it.
Because if nothing else,
You move.
then Japan doesn't have to waste infantry trading.
Right.
Give it a shot. We'll find out later how bad of an idea all of this was.
Hmm.
So far, this one ain't looking good.
Oh, it's
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Well,
What did you What did you send there?
that wasn't great. I sent 2 infantry and an artillery, which generally is really good. If I were to open a calculator and run 2 infantry and
Yeah,
artillery
that's
against
about it.
the
75%.
got it.
that is a 98%.
Is it 98?
Yeah.
That's I just got the sub 1% odds. Yes. Again. It's okay. It's okay. Oh Christ. At least when the dice act like that, I feel better about losing because it's like, dude, what could you have done? What could you do against such hate? I was ready to lose that one too.
Jeez, Italy just barely.
That would probably be worth losing a fighter to retake, honestly.
Yeah, you got to take
Because
Rome.
he'd pivot his whole U.S. stack over, land all his fighters there, and just have a solid industry next to Berlin.
Hmm.
It's like retaking France, you know, it's worth losing a fighter if it's the difference between taking France and not.
Well, depends, but yeah, in most cases, I would agree.
Oh, do I save the artillery and use that as a block in Caucasus?
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Just keep the 50-50 battle?
Yep. Ouch.
You know I'm going to lose this.
Nope, you're gonna win. Now you're gonna win. Yes! Ah! In my best pirate voice ever.
Dude, I'm on offense. I shouldn't be having such similar income lost every turn. It's supposed to be at least mildly in my favor, sweet Jesus. Oh, this is horrible. Everything about this sucks. Um,
The problem is that um, by vacating Caucasus,
you want me to stay put?
I'm thinking about it here for a second. He's only got 5 attacking units. Six,
I
7.
don't have the income to reinforce it.
No, I know. I'm just thinking if I can, and I'm not. I can't because I have to get India. So I'm
And
gonna
if
be.
I don't leave, I'm confident that Berlin will fall.
Yeah, you gotta leave.
I will leave one token infantry behind for you.
No, take him out. Take. You don't need him.
You're right. We will also do a little bit of that number. I don't think that weakens me too much with all my fighters there. He's got 18. He's got no attacking units on Berlin right now. So if he comes in, it's just a fucking slaughter.
20. What is that? 35 infantry is pretty good though. I mean, it's good for about
It is.
six hits for the first 3 rounds.
If they can attack together, it's great.
Yeah, but it's
But they
staggered.
can't.
They can't. That's why I hate multinational forces. But yeah, I
I'm
mean,
very
yeah.
tempted to drag my anti-air and instead of put it on Berlin because I don't think he's going to be attacking with 9+ planes anytime soon. Just leave it on West Russia to make it so that he's got to drag more off to trade again next turn, and just sacrifice the anti-air.
No, actually, what I would do with it if you're going to sacrifice, I'd leave it in the Caucasus.
With no infantry protecting.
You got my Oh, so I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
He's going to be able to comfortably stack both Caucasus and West Russia. Um, I think I got to just GTFO. So wherever I leave this anti-air gun, it's dead next turn. I'll bring him home with me. That extra hit point will be valuable in the final battle. When the Sith confront the Jedi.
So funny you're saying that. My son's watching the whole Star Wars from beginning to end. He's actually watched it twice now. He's becoming a Star Wars head.
So now that it's no longer my turn, do you guys feel like I made the right decision there?
Yep.
Pers-
Yeah,
per-
pretty much.
personally, I would have gone heavy into Persia because it's fine if Japan gets that African income, but you're the one that needs that African income.
Well,
And
my thinking is okay.
you
So
didn't even
suppose
have to
I'm
send out.
cashing out at 60 IPCs a turn. I don't think I can effectively use that to survive, even if I'm only buying fighters, you know? Like, I
I
just
don't
need
know.
extra hit points.
I mean, I'm not gonna blame your decision. I think it's a fine decision.
Yeah.
Just if it was me, I would have gone to Persia with probably about 10 men and all the tanks, just
I'm
enough to
gonna
survive.
starve to death and lose here in a couple turns
I see.
anyway,
I
so
see what I see what Jake's saying, because that's kind of what I was saying at the beginning of your turn. Is that maybe it was possible to somehow get a couple of tanks into Africa, or some kind of German presence into Africa would have been a smart move, because I would give that to Germany. I mean, I would say comfortably secure it with Japan, and then Germany could just run supreme, and that would give you some extra income to help you defend yourself. But is that what you're going with there on that, Jake?
yeah. My
Really,
idea
all,
last turn was that Japan uses fighters to clear Persia, and I blitzed through, but the U.S. infantry were still there, and I was confident he was going to sacrifice his U.S. guys on Egypt with the bomber
Yeah.
to kill any German tanks that I put past.
really, what you needed was 10 infantry just to block the tanks, and you just needed the tanks to survive so that the tanks could start blitzing. At least 2 tanks was all you needed
Yeah.
to survive, because
Yeah.
it would have been really difficult for us to get them. But
My only reservation is 15 hit points on Berlin that
so
won't be able to be there.
so if you think about it this way, all that income, all that Africa income would eventually have bought you what 12 infantry and 5 tanks is what you just had already. So
Assuming that I can keep my production up, but I've got maximum 10 slots per turn, which I'm already pretty much
Uh,
able to fill.
Jake, wait. Why didn't you buy more land?
because I want another plane,
Okay.
Things are good.
He's a what?
because I wanted another plane.
Okay.
I
I
mean,
mean,
we're aborting
yeah,
India now. We're not keeping. The only
yeah.
question is it worth attacking Burma just as a final in your face, or is it better to hit Persia so that the Japanese tanks can start blitzing stuff?
Uh,
I think that's pretty self-evident, actually.
I think. Hmm. This is a good question. So whether to stack Persia or whether to, because if you stack Persia,
It's
You
dead. It
will
it's
doesn't.
have
really
a German
Like
army that's
whatever
infantry.
is there in India right now is dead. It doesn't know. It doesn't matter where it goes.
Well, actually,
no,
it's
not
not true
necessarily.
anymore. Now that
Let's
Germany's
see.
moved back, Persia is no longer dead zoned.
Right. So look, he has 6 tanks and 6 planes. You have 9 units. Um, yeah, if you put your fighter down, your UK fighter down in Persia, your UK fighters down in Persia, you can comfortably stack Persia.
Yeah, I think that's the move. You just stack Persia and move out.
That
Just go
is
west.
Yeah,
interesting.
you could even spare possibly maybe two units potentially to hit Burma. Let me think. So you
It
have
does make. He's got
9
4 units,
plus 5,
so it's not
Hmm?
close.
14.
Playing. I'm playing a community game.
Yeah,
Dad,
he does have
I'm
4
thinking
units in
getting
Burma, so it would be risky
the
to
Nemesis
try to
Stellaris
just
DLC
secure it.
Nemesis.
So if
What?
you
I
you
looked on
could
the Nemesis Stellaris Nemesis DLC.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really good and cool.
Oh wow. Have to
5.
show it to me next time I can
Yeah.
get up.
Don't don't be a bad father. Buy your son the DLC.
I always do. He deserves it. He's a honor student. I always buy him whatever he wants. He's not a material kid.
1, 2, 3,
What do you think about
7.
sacking a transport and attempt to get Karelia?
Uh, hmm. That's
Keyword
that's not
attempt,
bad, I guess.
especially since you're not going to be using those transports anytime for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it
I think
looks
it's worth
looks
it.
like
I think it's worth
yeah,
a
I
shot.
think so.
I don't think that. I think that's actually not a good move,
Oh, why do you think that?
because look what your profit is, and look what your loss is.
No, I
But
think it's a decent move.
Yeah, but
Russia's in no
you
position to
can't
retake it, and those infantry are just going to take away more income next turn, so because they just go to Finland.
you can't include the 7 IPC of the transport as a loss because it's not going to really do anything for the rest of the campaign.
The opportunity cost of the transport is 0 now.
Yeah.
It's a free 7 IPC. So it's whether it's a loss for
No.
the
You
UK
have to
or
count
not,
it as
it doesn't
0.
matter.
You have to count it as 0 because it'll never do anything for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's true. So you can use that extra fighter to take Italy with maybe 3 infantry.
Now that
I'd
he's got
rather
nothing on, he's got
I'd
the
rather
industry on France. He can play a lot looser.
I'd rather America take Italy, don't you think?
Okay, sure. Uh, yeah, I guess yeah, you don't have any. You'll want to use your 4 planes and all your guys in India to stack Persia, right?
Do I though? Do I want to risk my planes?
Oh yeah, I think so. I think he only has 6 planes and 6 tanks, and you have uh 9 units and 4 planes, so you have more units. You actually have more units, so and an
Okay,
anti-air
but
gun.
I feel
So
Whose
like our
defense
planes are.
profile is active in France right now?
It should be my defense profile because I own the
Doesn't US
territory.
have more stuff there? Doesn't have greater attack power?
I think it only defaults to who has most stuff in a C zone where there's no ownership of the territory. I think because I own the territory, it goes to mine.
Peanut, I'm gonna shoot you in the face. Seriously, I'm gonna take you outside behind the shed.
Oh, such violence.
All right, I guess that's it.
Don't get lippy with me, man.
This would just be a nice bonus. I don't really expect this.
Of course you don't.
2 hits, 2 hits, 2 hits. 2 misses. Well,
No, it does
if,
it.
if
Delicious
ever I
food.
needed just a little bit of extra luck, this is.
And yeah, exactly. When you want it, when it's really necessary, you never get it.
Yeah, here's me talking about a luxury, and you're like desperate.
I, I am desperate.
Okay.
yeah, stack Persia with your 4 fighters.
What do you think about this idea about putting the tank in Transjordan, just so we got a tank that can run around?
It's not gonna matter.
Uh,
You're gonna lose India. You can lose
I think I
Persia. You can
think
lose
I think
Transjordan. You can lose all of
I think
Africa.
keep it in Persia is probably safer
Yeah,
because
more
12 on
prudent.
12 is a 12 on 12 is a little iffy. You can put
You're,
the
you're
yeah.
right.
It'd also probably be a worthwhile trade for Japan to just take the fighters against the tank.
I think I could put fighter out of care.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
maximum loss of
you can
net
you
net
might want to
4.
leave a single infantry on Northwest Europe just so he isn't able to blitz.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's a shame because I got 99% odds on France now.
I hope you do. I hope you do it. No, we want that bomber back. Oh,
Now the Dolphins pulled all his fighters off.
poor India.
Yeah.
We shall remember you.
I just like how India falls despite Japan never actually taking any steps to threaten it.
Well, it's not like I wasn't threatening him.
I mean, you were threatening him verbally quite a few times, yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, all right. What are we gonna do here?
All right, I'll be right back.
I know exactly what I'm
Enjoy
gonna
your
do here.
fighter. The Japanese are about to take India.
You got some good cash there, son.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess the time has come. Where is that transport going?
Yeah, and I checked out a lot of reviews from it about it.
And what'd you think?
Most of them were positive. A couple were negative since DLCs have a lot more negative reviews than the game itself does.
Right.
And I've been checking out reviews on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and it says that it's just, but most of them say that it's just behind a must-have.
Oh, really? Then buy it.
Okay, it's 20.
Well,
I'll have,
it's your money. It's your money.
310 left. Remember that, 310.
All right, 310.
Or 300, either one.
Okay. Well, you're taking a long time to spend your Christmas money. That's all I gotta say.
What I like is to look at the reviews and search the negative reviews, and you'll have like, oh, terrible game, but the person has like 8,000 hours.
That seems like a lot.
8,000 hours is 4 years of playing near full time.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Um,
So if you ever get to 2,000 hours in a game, that's a game you really, really like.
yeah, exactly. Like Battlefield, I've got like a lot. I don't even know. I'm scared to even look.
What's going to be funny
Well,
is when those guys in Persia turn right back around and retake India.
they can have it. That's fine with me. I'm totally okay with that. We don't even need India. That's the point. That's the beauty of it.
Here's a subversive idea.
You're probably thinking the same thing I'm thinking.
Let's take Karelia.
What? Oh,
Japan holds Karelia
yeah, I like that too. I didn't see that actually.
because U.S. fleet's completely out of position, and your fighters aren't really needed on the mainland right there anymore. You could drop the fighters on Berlin if you want, and then any fleet that moves, we can do a 1-2 punch with our goddamn air forces and sink anything he's got.
Hmm.
So you reliably hold Karelia as an industry if you wanted to for a little bit, I would think.
Yep, and I
It
can
might
build.
be a really stupid idea because he could also
He's only
just
got
take
three.
UK transports over.
Well, okay, but he's got nothing on the island, and you're gonna kill. You're gonna kill the. Well, am I gonna kill the transport in Sea Zone 5?
If you don't, I will.
So that would give him 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He can hit Karelia with
And because
14. He can hit 14.
it's really a question of US goes, because if Germany gets to move first before UK, I can give you 2 reinforcing infantry and or extra tanks and fighters.
That's a good point. You can bring 7 tanks.
So I don't know if US is going to want to deliberately pull its transports out of position.
But even if he does, he can only go into Finland. Oh, yeah, I guess he could go up this way. You're right.
Yeah, well, if US,
I think,
no,
but you know
no,
what?
he can't. If US does that, Germany sinks the entire US transport fleet because UK won't be able to move to reinforce, and US has left all its escort ships behind to deal with your
Mm,
fleet.
yeah. Plus,
So
Japanese
I
fighters
don't
will be
think
in
he can
Berlin.
punish you.
Japanese fighters will be in Berlin.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
don't think he can punish you there. And so if he moves the US fleet, then Germany sinks
Hey,
the
this
US
is like
transports and Japan
half a
sinks the
year or
UK.
something, 6 months or something.
Good point. I like it.
Juicy Smoulet.
because turn order.
I'm gonna
I
accept it.
like it. I do like it.
That's my cracked out stupid plan.
Are you cracked out?
No.
Well, that's good.
Sorry, did I
Um,
take too long to answer that?
trying to think where these guys are more valuable. I think they actually are more valuable in.
Interesting. Oh, okay. So you have an interesting purchase this turn.
What's so interesting about it?
There's no infantry,
I don't need them. They're going south.
2 fighters. Yeah. Normally, I'd expect 8 more infantry and your transports to keep varying, but you don't lose any logistics by putting your transports out like that.
No,
Just because.
the goal here is to reduce the amount of income that UK has to pressure Germany, and the way to do that is to dominate Africa, and we're going to do that in the next turn.
Yeah, it'd be super badass if you could like make sure they can't use that industry on France. I'd
Yeah,
appreciate
well,
that.
I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna own Sea Zone 34, and I'm gonna funnel shit to you, and help you with Rome if I can.
Well, that would actually be really, really funny.
I mean, it's 2 fighters a turn.
Japanese amphibious landings to retake it. Of
Well,
course, then they pick up the same income twice because if UK takes, then Japan liberates, then US takes, then both allies get the income,
all right.
but
So
no Axis do.
let me think about this for
Correct
a
me if I'm
second.
wrong.
I haven't
Aren't
exactly made my move yet, so just I haven't gone there yet. But go ahead, Jake. You were saying
okay.
no, Jake. You were saying
Uh, the Sea Zone 34 is typically where I park an aircraft carrier, and you could funnel 2 fighters a turn to Berlin.
yeah, we know that.
Absolutely. 34 is good. Also, Evenki is good for that. Now that Japan can
Problem is
consistently
they
hold
have
back
8 of 10
between
victory
zones.
cities. I'm trying to think about how the Allies could get 2 more. It's not going to happen because we're going to own one in
The only
India
way they're
now.
going to do a VC snipe is to take Philippines or Berlin. And the fact that you're about to take India, if they're not going to retake India, then it's going to be tough. Allies are not going to get a victory city snipe without Berlin.
Hmm.
I mean, this game is really simplified. It's a race, Moscow versus Berlin. That's basically what it is.
No, well, it's a little more than that right now because Moscow, although it doesn't really have a lot of teeth with all those infantry, it's got a
If
lot
you
of
can pick up
infantry.
the income advantage, it's actually going to be a war of attrition of can you get odds on Berlin by the time Axis just grinds you down?
And I think I can, or I think we can, I should say.
Because at this point, you're committed. You cannot leave the France stack because you've put an industry there.
I'm trying to decide if I take Brazil, I could put all of my fleet in Sea Zone 22. He can kill it, but he has to commit to it, and I think that would leave him vulnerable.
Well, considering you're going for Karelia, um, it does pull his fleet the opposite direction as it probably wants to go.
Correct.
But it does give him a pretty decisive naval battle at Profit, and he can take those idle ships and just start floating west and start recapturing things like New
Right.
Zealand.
I think I like him better down here. You're right. So this is the right move, I think. Um, where do you want my Japanese fighters? Do you want them in Berlin?
I think within striking distance of Season 5 is good.
Okay.
So you
So
can put them in Berlin. If you think you're going to
how
need
about
them for more
Poland?
trading here in a minute, you can
Po-
put them in Ukraine or Poland. Is
Poland's fine.
probably also useful.
Poland's fine. Yeah.
But considering that you're aiming for Corellia, I think dead zoning C-Zone 5 with both our air forces is important here.
Yeah, I agree.
What's going to be funny is when you fail to take it, and Russia drops a carrier there just as a fuck you. That would be a real flex.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can send 2, 3. He can send 5 fighters at my fleet. No, actually, he can only send 4. Never mind.
These carriers delayed.
What did I build again? Okay.
You built 2 fighters, 2 tanks, and 1 artillery, so
Excuse me. Well, the tanks
you
are
are.
for you. I'm sorry, the planes are for you.
Aww.
Seems like that's all I've been doing this game is just giving you stuff.
I think there's a lot to be said for building ground pressure, because having a fat stack of infantry is going to be very useful for keeping Russia pinned and not just gobbling up German territory on the Eastern Front.
Agreed. Okay, I think that's gonna. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Send the fighters this way. We'll figure out where to put them after that. I mean, if I take out this UK transport, which would be easy to do, by the way, you don't have to waste a plane on that. So let's take one off there.
I suspect there's not going to be a whole lot of trading for Germany to do.
No, but still, the principle is correct.
Yeah, air fighters are idle anyway. Might as well.
I think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we are good. You see anything?
Heroes of Karelia, take 2 tanks.
Do you see any glaring mistakes? Everything look good? Frisky?
I do not see any glaring mistakes.
All right, let's go. Come on, baby. Fire, fire. Nice. Oh, yes. That's a win for me.
Yeah,
I
that
hate
is really, because that's a one that he ain't gonna roll next round.
I hate strat bombing. Oh my god, look at that. Why don't I ever get those hits when it counts? Oh. I was so shell shocked. That was all the
It was a lot of tank, man.
yeah, it was. You're right.
And because I've got 2 infantry on West Russia, I won't see anything. Everything's going according to plan. Because we definitely had a plan. And things are definitely going according to it.
They were.
Might I suggest you move 1 more infantry to Archangel?
Sure, I could do that. Oh, wait. Why is it not going there? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Why?
The reason why would be because the United States bomber is going to suicide to take out that infantry. Russia's going to
Good
blitz
point.
through to try and weaken Karelia so that only 1 UK transport is necessary.
I can only land him here. These guys can land anywhere. We'll put them in Poland, I think.
Poland's a very safe landing zone for right now.
Mhm.
Especially since there's about to be, somewhere between 0 and 3,000 more German infantry there.
So he can send 4 planes. 1, 2, 3. And we'll keep him there. He's not in any danger. Where's his bomber? Did the U.S. have a bomber?
U.S. has one bomber on France.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Although I
5.
feel like they purchased
Can't reach.
one more not too long ago, but I have no idea where he went.
The UK have
Oh,
one
he got
too.
shot down.
Yeah,
This is
that's
the
right.
extra bomber. He lost the
One,
first one in strategic bomber.
2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. Okay, so the bombers can't reach the transport in Seas 127, so we'll keep everything good here. We will take these fighters and go nowhere with them. Oh man. It's got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that can attack India. I like that. Do it. Do it, man. Do it.
It would be very unwise to try to counterattack India with your current stack there. If anything, he's going to suicide against your fleet that has no fighter defense on 35 right next to India. But I don't think he'd do that either. I think that's just giving up Moscow if he does, because you're going to lose a lot of planes, and they're not going to be able to land where they need to be. So that Persia stack is going to go to Caucasus. Or, actually, more likely, you're about to see a really fat red and beige stack on Kazakh to keep you from unifying your two armies here.
Oh, it's still close. Still really close game.
And getting closer. All right, USA. What say you to that?
Okay, let's see.
So Russia's got work to do, but it can branch out.
Russia's down to one territory. I think saying it's in a target-rich environment would be one way to put it.
He can branch out.
And I would take all the two territories. I would take Vologda, I would take Kazakh, I would take Caucasus, I would take this right here.
You're going to have no better opportunity to move off of Moscow than right now, because this is the rare turn where your capital is not threatened.
Right.
Yeah, of course, I'm going to. So I can. So Shakey, I can count on you to stack Kazakh, right?
Yeah, you can. You can't count on me to hold it, but
No, I mean, but so I'll send guys to Kazakh, and you send guys there too.
He'll drop
Okay.
10
So
Russian
that's
boys there,
10.
and you're just going to take that whole
Wow.
Persian stack, shift it one space north.
You are not going to do a multinational choke point on Kazakh, are you, Kent? Not going to happen.
That's exactly
Oh, yeah.
what he's gonna do.
Are you really?
Yeah.
It's going to cost you
It's the best
Africa.
move.
It's going to cost you Africa.
It's not going to cost him Africa.
Sure it
Maybe
will.
it will, but
Of course it will.
Italian East Africa and Rhodesia are definitely gone, but odds are he's going to start diverting a couple of troops to East Africa this turn and shift the majority of his fleet, I would think, to 23 and drop in West Africa just to force Japan out of there, but we'll see. He may just say, take Africa, I don't want it. I'm more interested in capturing Berlin, because he's run the odds 4 turns in advance, and he knows he'll have 99% on round 11.
oh really? That's only 3 rounds.
No, he's not going to have 99%. Mm-mm.
I have no idea. It just
No.
sounds good. But if you say it with enough confidence in your voice, people are like, God damn, this guy really knows his fucking shit.
I aim for that. I aim for that very thing in all my videos. Except for when I'm losing, like now, this game, the game that I'm losing right now.
Projecting an aura of confidence. That's what you need to do in today's modern business era.
We're gonna
All right.
sell these vacuum cleaners if we have to go door to door.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
Did you
But
buy
I
another
would
bomber?
say
No,
What
I
he
didn't
did
buy
not.
another bomb.
What did you
He's got
buy?
no ground units right now. He's cranking up on the artillery, which makes me feel kind of guilty because that was my idea. So if it doesn't work, then it's my fault for sabotaging you, and if it does work, then it's my fault for making me lose.
Huh. You know,
No, I
I
mean,
don't hate the idea of another bomber.
Bombers are good.
Lets you keep up the strategic bomb, and it keeps that fleet in check, or whatever that's worth. So here's where it's going to get
that's true.
sticky. It's going to get sticky in C Zone 8.
Hmm.
So
C-Zone 8's got a lot of things that can hit it right now.
at some point, we could consider reverting back to the Northern Shock, or maybe it is worth it to go clear out the Japanese so that we do a Med Shock. I don't know. I'm torn.
You start shucking anywhere else, that France stack disappears. So, in my opinion, and you don't have to listen to me, I think the real crisis question right now, and this is a real turning point in the game, is what if, and if so, how much is U.S. going to send to Africa?
Which is not an easy task at the moment with
Because
Japanese.
Axis are at 88 income. Axis have just matched allies as far as how much money we're picking up each turn.
Yeah,
So at this
25,
point,
25 was a good. I do like that.
and we still have the attack
Just
power
enough.
advantage.
I mean,
So
one easy solve is you just take one turn and just pump out 6 subs. Deal with the fleet, you're done with it. But that puts us an entire turn off.
So Japan is going to start taking Africa in earnest now, and then Axis are going to have the income advantage, and it's only a matter of time until you lose or take Berlin. But if you don't go for Africa, then you have to take Berlin as your only route to victory. If you do go for Africa, then you're massively slowing down your assault on Berlin. And
Yeah, I don't think there's any question that Berlin is the only object at this point. It's just a matter of, like you say, how fast can we invest resources? And with, oh my god, I have no idea. Without a calculator, this is killing me.
that would be my only input. Would be that's the question U.S. has to answer right now: is how much, if anything, is it going to dedicate to hold on to that African income, or are you just going to give up the income advantage?
The interesting thing about losing African income is because it's UK, and because UK has France, that does mitigate that pain a little bit.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So yes, you will still be able to put six pieces on France every turn, even if you lose every other territory in Africa. It's got to be reassuring to some extent. France is good
Well,
income.
that math gets a little bit fuzzy.
I'm just thinking along the lines of counting
It's-
income. You got 14, 16 income right there with those three territories in Western Europe, plus Canada is an extra 4. So you got 20 income. 18 is 6
I guess it's
infantry.
true.
So you get
That's
4
true.
infantry and 2 artillery every single turn if you lose literally everything else.
guaranteed.
So that industry is going to be full. Now you won't have any extra ground coming from the United Kingdom, which arguably 14 units a turn is a little bit better than 6 units a turn. But only by about twice as much. That's Dolphin's opinion.
He is shuffling through his purchase options.
Yeah.
You know what? I could see right now what he's going to do. What
You
Japan
lose
is
the
going to
game
do.
if you leave a single IPC unspent, you know.
Here, let me tell you what I predict will happen. He's going to take Transjordan and Egypt, and then at some point he's going to merge those two fleets in the Mediterranean around Italy or southern France or Turkey, and then it'll be an issue that will overwhelm us.
You want me to tell you our secret plan?
No, I don't. I'd be surprised.
Germany puts a carrier on 5, Japan follows up with 2 more carriers. Bang. Then it's sea line, baby.
That would be epic. If you pull that off, I would tip my hat to you.
Get ready.
I'll have to go buy a hat. You are dedicated. All land.
I mean, if your goal is to take a land territory, land units are the most cost-effective way to do it. I was half expecting him to take all of his ground units to Italy,
He still could.
because I think if he transports everything to France, France might, I haven't run the odds, but France might still be safe, even if he pulls 16 infantry off. And if you got
I mean-
16 infantry on Italy, Germany's going to have a hard time trading that without actually opening Berlin up.
Those are some interesting thoughts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're gonna land the Russian fighters in Italy too.
I don't know if you want to pull fighters off Russia.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna stack Italy. Maybe trade it heavy.
I'm completely okay with you not stacking Italy, in all honesty. I would prefer to keep trading that as Germany. I don't want to have to make the decision as to whether or not I want to try and take it back with a heavy stack. Although if it is a heavy stack, maybe I got odds on France and I can just cripple your offensive here and now.
I don't think you would have odds on France. If you do, it would be close at best, less than 50. Of
I
high
have brought all
45.
my tanks back, and I do still have 6 fighters.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I think for now, I think I'm just gonna keep it trading.
we've
I
got
think
magical
it'll be close.
AA guns.
I'm not afraid of your anti-air. I know it's gonna miss. I have complete confidence in my ability to dodge that. It'd
Is that
also be
2?
nice if you'd stop bombing me. Yes, kitty.
Excuse me.
So the cat I sent the picture of is currently roaming the house, howling, with a little toy mouse in her mouth.
Hmm.
She's very sad. Unimaginable sadness.
Okay, I'm back. What's happening?
Yeah, you are. Guess who's back?
What are they doing?
Back again.
So, guys, I'm gonna have to like my wife is she's having a couple of white claws. She got a couple of white claws in her system.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to kind of pack it in pretty soon because she wants to like chill out. She says, "Babe, come talk with me." You know that puppy dog eyes and stuff.
Oh.
You know, you guys have women. You know what that looks like.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of hard to resist.
Oh, sure, you do what you gotta do. Would you mind if we played through UK's turn?
No, absolutely not. I'm gonna watch for a little bit. I'm not going out right this second.
Okay. You made it sound like you were about to drop the bomb.
Ah,
Damage. We have a new attack plan. I was going to drop a carrier on C Zone 5, and then you can drop 2 on Japan's turn.
hell yeah.
And we're just going to sea line it up.
What are the odds on that?
He's only got 2 ground pieces on it, and UK's decided not to build anymore, so I think we're pretty good. Just kind of a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah, but you're kind of letting them know what we're gonna do, man. I don't think it's cool.
Oh, should I delete the map flags now?
Probably a good idea. Oh, Japan, 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 Japan. I'm doing my best, man. Just gotta get there.
Just pleased that it looks like you're going to get to keep Corellia for a little bit, which I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, but it's cool and different. I like it.
Well, I'm not gonna expose my tanks there, that's for sure. They're going into Berlin.
My question is going to be whether or not Russia feels like trading Caucasus or if they're going to deliberately leave that German.
Oh, um, that's a good
So
question.
this is their last opportunity to leave that gray and try and deny the industry to Japan, but along the same lines, like that's a shitload of money.
Well, if I know
Japan's
Kent,
not following
if I know
anything on
Kent,
thing.
he's gonna leave it German.
Yeah. Well, he's got a UK can recapture it too. Just to
No, I think the UK is gonna go into Kazakh, or
I think
com
UK should go into
a
Kazakh. Otherwise,
combination of
that would have been
A Kazakh and maybe Transjordan, perhaps. Maybe split them up a little bit.
I don't think they're going to Transjordan. I think he's going to dump the whole stack in Kazakh.
Well, if he doesn't go to Transjordan, he's in trouble. Africa
I
will
think
be
they're
ours.
I think they're choosing to give you Africa. The fact that not a single one of those U.S. transports is coming down, they're giving you Africa. UK cannot hold that because you got 4 transports, bro. You wherever he goes, you will follow and kill.
Well, that was kind of the idea when I started the whole process, but
But I mean, if you can talk him into doing something that's just patently stupid,
I don't
go
think
for
at
it.
this point we can talk them into doing anything. What's the score? I haven't even checked the score lately. It's well, we have a 7 point lead.
Yeah, I would say this is a much more even game than when we broke off a week ago.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think that if I were to say, if I were to look at the board, I would have said they were in the lead. I think we caught up a little bit tonight.
Now I'd say allies still have a small advantage, but it's no longer like, wow, is this even doable?
Right.
It was never like that. You're over dramatizing the situation.
Yeah, I could tell
France,
from. I
France
mean,
stack is
what?
super strong. When you get a France stack early, that is very intimidating, and that massively cuts down Germany's options.
It wasn't early though. The France stack didn't happen until round 7, so it wasn't early.
Anything before round 8 is early for a France stack.
Go ahead, Kent. What were you gonna say?
Each game is unique.
Yeah, I mean,
It's hard to say.
I don't think you guys were too far behind anyway. Yeah, it looked when we left off, it looked like you were really behind, but actually not. Like Jake was saying.
I only felt behind because I was being killed off first. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
I don't like being killed off first. I think you should switch into a kill Japan first now. I think that would be a clean transition.
Yeah, I'd welcome that.
That was my last ranked game that I finished off right before this one. Was they were doing a straight up kill Germany first, and they pulled all their fighters off to try and defend Russia against Japan stack, and left all their transports open. So I just nuked all their transports from USA, and they're like, oh shit! So they just built a battleship carrier and 3 subs on the west coast, and they're like, I guess we're doing kill Japan now.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. This season has been really, really weird. I don't know if you guys feel the same way in the ranked. I know Kent doesn't play ranked, but I know Jake does, and you do. It's been kind of
Yeah,
a mixed bag. A lot of strange stuff.
A lot of really good players that feel like they're top 10, and then 3 turns go by and they start making really weird decisions. And then once the game's over, it's like, oh, they were actually bronze. They just really know the openers well.
That's a good
oh,
point.
that's
No,
interesting.
that's actually a
Yeah,
valid point. But when the openers go really, really well, even the bronze player can look good.
yeah, you could punch above your weight class. I mean,
Yeah,
that's the nature of dice.
yeah. If you're playing the Allies and you're a bronze player and Ukraine goes exceptionally well and West Russia is just super duper, I mean you can cause problems no matter what level you're at. Oh, look at this. Look at
That's a
this.
lot of dudes.
Oh,
So someone's
are you
intimidated by
doing
your
it?
little Kazakh stack, or your Karelia stack. That's how you know it's working.
That's interesting.
That's where I take this Ukraine stack and just go right back to Caucasus. Say, bring 'em on back, buddy. Bring 'em on back.
Yeah, but you won't.
Oh, I'm tempted.
He might.
Just if only to let Japan hold on to Karelia. You know I'd do that.
That's not a bad move actually.
You seem so calculated and risk averse. That seems like something you wouldn't do.
I'm also exceptionally stubborn, and I don't like being told what I am.
Cheesy lolly Love you.
You're also very self-aware.
Rude.
Well, if he's not just going to take everything he possibly can this turn,
I
Are
told
you
you.
recording?
I
surprised
told
that
you.
he's taking Caucasus
I'm
back.
recording,
I
but
really thought
not on
he
video,
did
babe.
right.
Oh, sorry, babe.
You're good.
I actually like this move because you can't just sit there and just do nothing and just take it.
Well, the problem is he can hit West Russia, and by hitting West Russia, you would have to move a bunch of stuff to Moscow to
Well,
defend.
you're getting 4 additional planes no matter what. Possibly an
Yeah,
extra plane. But yeah, I mean, those Japanese tanks would salivate at that chance.
Yeah, if you. Mhm.
What did you get? 5 units
mhm.
plus 1, 2 plus 5 plus 8 planes. I mean, the planes are going to be a wash, right? Because he has so many units. But
17 can hit Kazakh.
Oh,
I can hit Kazakh with
yeah.
17 units.
Kazakh will be safe, basically. It's just you'll need another 5 units, 10 units, 10 planes. Yeah, I think we're pretty safe. But maybe,
I mean, what are you going to do with those 6 Japanese tanks?
yeah, I think we can spare a couple guys from Vologda. Spare a guy from
You're
here.
building a couple guys. You don't need to bring any back.
That's what I think. If they need something, they should get a job.
don't you leave your tanks back in Moscow?
Oh,
At
my
least
German
two.
ones?
Yeah,
No, he means my.
you could leave at least 2 back in Moscow.
I mean, I like my tanks in Archangel because that's a really kind of. I'd rather leave infantry back in Moscow if I'm going to leave guys back in Moscow.
These Kazakh pretty naked.
Yeah, hold on. Well, in Kazakh. Maybe
Japan has 53 to spend.
6,
Oh, how I envy
3,
you.
9, 9 plus 6. Okay, I think that's decent enough.
Are you sure? You're gonna have to defend against 12
6
units
tanks.
in all the planes.
Well, let's see. He has 5 planes and six tanks, right?
Something like that.
5 planes and 6 tanks. So then
Six,
I have
six,
7 land.
6 planes.
Well, 1 carriage.
Well, one is in Berlin. That can't reach.
Yeah, I can.
Berlin
The
cannot
fighter
reach
in
Moscow.
Berlin.
Oh, Moscow.
Yeah,
No,
the
no,
big
no,
one
yeah.
can't.
No, not Moscow. No.
So, yeah, 1, 2. So 11 guys, and then you'll have 5, 7 planes. 7.
I mean, I guess
I think I'm fine.
could put the bomber in there too.
Yeah, you can put the bomb into there too. Okay. And I think actually we can spare. We don't need to send all these infantry to Kazakh because he has 12 units plus 5 units. So your land, if you put all your Persian infantry in Kazakh, that's plenty.
Yeah, with the AA gun.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
it's
know
plenty.
how you're establishing that, but okay.
5 plus 12, that's 17. 17. Okay.
Figure you'll lose
Okay.
the unit because that's the way it goes.
Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Good. Oh, come on.
You
Okay.
missed. Did you miss everything?
Yeah, I only got 1 hit out of 16 units, but it's okay. I got 0 losses.
That's all you need.
Okay, come on. This is the stupid one. Could be stupid. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Okay, good.
But all infantry.
Yeah.
Makes it exciting.
scratch my note out. There's a reason that doesn't work.
Okay.
Come on. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Good.
Why do I feel that Germany evacuating Caucasus is a little bit might have been a little bit too early?
And I feel like if I stayed there one more turn, then I might be able to knock out the UK stack. But the I think I'll barely be able to hold Berlin as is. I think this is just the compounding of Japan just not having enough infantry on the ground.
Well, I put as much as I could.
But we're all right. We're okay. I think I need to help you in Karelia. I think building that stack is actually a good idea here.
Yeah, I also think that maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea if I build a couple of transports to Japan this turn either, and maybe a destroyer or two. Maybe a destroyer.
What are the destroyers for?
The sub up in Alaska. I mean, I could build it in Season 61, but gotta get these guys off Japan. Was sitting there doing.
Sub's paying for himself if he gets you to buy a destroyer, I guess. I guess the other one's pretty far away.
Well, right now they're doing nothing. So I mean, it's gonna be Africa. It's gonna be I mean, it's gonna be a slow turn, but we're gonna try and funnel as many things as we can into Berlin
Yeah, I'm
as
pretty poor
Japan.
right now.
That's gonna be the goal, and I can hold the line against Russia. That's not a problem.
But I think it's probably best if I keep trading with them.
Yeah, I agree. You know, it's funny. Like Kent and I used to joke about this all the time when we were playing in the duelist tournaments. That it looks terrible when it's not your turn, but after your turn, you're like, yeah, I think we're okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take some weird moves this turn. I think.
And
Just you wait.
that's not weird. Nice.
Take that money, even if it kills me. All right, not a good start. Bombers missing twice in a row always feels like a crime against humanity.
You got it. You got this. You got this. You got this. By the hair of your skinny of the chinny chin chin or whatever that's called.
Seems to be a recurring theme. God damn you.
Oh shit.
This one should be clean. Only reason I'm taking 3 infantry is just in case he hits both. I want to guarantee I still take the territory without losing a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Backing? Get rid of it.
Not them apples. Now, someone's about to give me the obvious explanation as to why that's a really bad idea. But I think Japan can put at least 2 more infantry there.
They can, and we have the luxury of order of turn. If UK does not attack that, then I can slip my tanks down into Berlin anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's like a zig and a zag, right? It's like a swap.
It's Russia we're worried about, and if you do put your tanks in Berlin, then I lose 2 fighters and 5
Russia
tanks of
doesn't.
my own.
I don't think they have any.
I think you should. I think you should just buy land, Shakey, because you're gonna do a 1-2 punch, right?
Yeah, I'm worried that we're never going to be able to punch through them. And at least with strategic bombing, that is effectively killing units. If we're just in this Cold War of just building up stacks,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well.
and honestly, this is going to be my last chance to get it because my income is going to plummet. So that is a consideration as well.
The other consideration is that any 1-2 punch you try to do, if you're talking about Karelia, you lose your fleet.
No, we're not talking about
Both
No,
fleets.
I'm talking about like a Germany. Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking
Oh,
about
you're talking
Berlin.
about Berlin on us now? No,
No,
you did that
I'm just
already?
no, I'm just saying. I felt like the optimal use of the France factory is to get as much land as you can. So you have the luxury of getting, super duper land. I mean, it's up to you, and of course, but
Oh,
no,
I didn't realize you were looking at his buy and questioning his choice of a bomber.
Yeah,
I
because
I
yeah.
thought you were talking
basically,
about something else. I'm sorry.
my thought is this is the last chance I'll ever have to get a bomber.
This is
that's
Uh,
that's hardly a
a
reason
sidekick.
to. That's hardly a reason to not be smart.
honestly, if if it's gonna be like that, then the France factory definitely wasn't worth it because the point of the France factory was to
It's
get as
not
much land as
increasing your
possible.
production
And
at all.
that was my thinking anyway.
Although it is getting things to France 1 turn faster.
Yeah, but
You don't think there's value in strategic bombing for the
No,
next 3 turns?
not at this point in the game.
there is value.
I think there is
It is
value,
value,
but I think there's
but it
probably
only if
more value to be had in focusing on ground units.
yeah.
It's just the opportunity
It's like
cost. I would definitely agree that strategic bombing is a good idea here, and it
strategic
does.
bombing is only if you don't have the capacity to build the land. If you have like you can now get a whopping 11 units. Yeah, that's the idea.
But along
All
the
right,
same
you
lines,
talked me into it.
you could make the argument that given that we're not trading heavily and that both sides are just massing up big stacks, neither side is really going to get odds to take the other territory anytime soon.
And you
Maybe
you can
It's a way
bombing's
to
a way
strike.
to get good, consistent damage when knowing that you're not going to win a land battle anytime soon.
We'll see.
you could consider getting Italy too because you need the income more.
Italy is
Do
nice.
you want me to make a play for Caucus?
Uh, Up to you because Japan will be able to take it back, so that's double income for Axis if you take it.
Which is nice. I like getting income twice.
Yeah, so ideally you
How are
don't
they going to get it back?
Well, it's a
tanks
tank.
in Karelia.
Oh, goddamn, really?
Yeah, funny thing.
But maybe, well, maybe it's still worth it.
It's not worth it.
I don't
Dan,
know.
you say.
Up to you.
Send
Up
them
to you.
to
I mean,
Africa. Send them to Africa.
Well, you got the 10 Russian guys in Kazakh. If you don't join them, then you're sacrificing them.
yeah. So you do have to send at least a bunch of guys to Kazakh.
What about this idea? What if I go crazy and just send 2 and a bunch of air?
To
Yeah,
Caucasus.
to
2
Caucasus.
That's
infantry and a
legit.
bunch of air?
Yeah, that's legit.
That's legit. Although if I hit all
Yeah.
3, then it's awkward.
Yeah, I'm willing to take that chance.
Yeah, sure.
It will be awkward.
In a good way. I will be very happy. You do
So
have a bomber
you
that might be
wanna
able to reach there as
2,
well.
3, 4. Yeah. And the bomber man.
don't you want a strat bomb? You can
You
strat
convinced
bomb.
him that that wasn't a
Oh,
good idea.
now you want me to strap out.
I mean, if you want a strat bomb, then just do it. Otherwise, what are you buying bombers for?
For the attack value, they get a hit on a 4
Yeah,
consistently,
but
and you can take him in every turn.
I didn't buy the bomber. So
Yeah, but
okay, so why did you buy the bomber? I didn't
No,
buy
you
the
guys
bomber.
talked him
but
out of that.
you do have a strat. You do have a bomber here,
Must be
and
nice getting to keep your starting bomber past turn 1, huh?
yeah.
What are the odds?
Anyway,
1, 2, 3.
Pretty good. They're in your favor. It's gonna be pretty
Yeah,
solid.
it's not great though.
What are you talking about? It's pretty damn good. You've got your average
I mean,
expected
I
values to
mean,
hit 3 right now.
you might want to be able to like you can potentially retreat your planes later, right? And you're not really trying to take the territory.
Yeah.
You're just trying to kill off some German units.
The only way
So
we lose it is a plane is if you go through.
yeah. So
Which is
I don't
highly
think you
unlikely.
need to use the bomber on Caucasus.
Oh my god. All right. If this bomber gets shot down,
I feel like I feel like Jake is
you
not
didn't let me
actually
buy
making
it,
the moves that he wants to make.
especially because you didn't let me buy a bomber. If this bomber gets shot down, I will be angry.
So you want to take Italy or
It's
for the
your
income?
bomber. You do with it what you want.
All right. Well, if I take Italy, I'm gonna do it super light.
Yeah, sure.
That
Oh,
would be a good use
Two,
of that bomber.
you can take 2 planes,
yeah,
two infantry.
yeah. That taking Italy is the where that's the place you go low and light. That's the one you do. Yeah, everything else go heavy, baby.
I think honestly taking the bomber to Italy would be a good move too.
Oh man, this is so
I swear to
funny.
God, if this bomber gets shot down, I'll be so dead.
Kill it.
That would be a great stopping point if it gets
Oh my
well,
God.
turns out 3s aren't 1s.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Well, this one could be interesting in a bad way.
I mean, you risked a bomber for 2 IPCs.
Oh, miss. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
that's a pretty solid hit right there.
Oh, no hits back. Are you
Almost missed.
serious? Oh my god.
That's
So
unbelievable.
serious,
Okay.
bro. So serious.
That's fucking
Good for
ridiculous.
Curiel.
When he's got that much air and I got no anti-air guns,
Doesn't matter. You should still hit 2.
I mean, really, I should hit 1. That's the true expected value there.
Like this. Oh, there we go.
Now we're
There
talking.
you go.
And this is why you always bring equal number of ground against small trades like that, because I've lost so many planes.
Yeah, but America can still just take it right back.
So bomber in Moscow, I think, and planes in Moscow, and
You want the tank
yeah.
too? I'm thinking of sending the tank too, just because I'm nervous. I'm a nervous
Sure.
Nelly.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's all right.
If he
Beautiful.
wants to, if he wants to send 17 on 17, which is 17 including planes, but on 17 including just all infantry and stuff.
Yeah, but no
then
no
we let him do
anti-aircraft.
it.
And I have more attacking units than you do.
He does have an anti-aircraft.
He
No,
does?
not yet.
Yeah, there is an anti. No, I mean not in Moscow, no, but in Kazakh. I'm talking about
Oh.
Kazakh. So yeah, I think the tank in Moscow is a good idea.
Yeah, definitely. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm a nervous Nelly, and the odds
Yeah,
are
exactly.
not super awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was considering taking out Novos with a German bomber, so we could take 2 extra Japanese tanks. But I figured since you still have the UK tank, you'd be able to block it. So
Yeah.
it actually wasn't a good idea after all. But if that UK tank, if you had lost him early or taken him to Africa or done anything else with him, we would actually have odds on Moscow right now because of your overextension. You were saying not too long ago, hey, can we wind this down? And now it's about that time that you said
I know,
you wanted to
and
do
and
this.
Should
and
we
and,
pause it?
and,
Should
and
we
I
pause it
do.
now?
I have to,
Oh, okay.
but
So,
I'm gonna at
would you
least.
like to break off and say to be continued next week?
I'm. Well, what do you guys think? I'd like to think about it because actually, to be honest with you, I'd like to think about this move because there's lots of things I can do.
I think you
Yeah,
can take
sure.
your time to cogitate, put as many map notes down as you want
Yeah.
to
Yeah. Get a
tell
chance to
me
use
and
that
yourself
battle
what you want to do.
calculator.
There's lots that I have to think about, and there's lots that I can do. And I
Uh-oh.
think, actually, to be honest with you, right now, as much as I, not to put the focus on me, but I think the game's kind of hanging in the balance, and it might be on me.
I think the outcome of this game is entirely dependent on what you do. Yes.
Yes, and it's got to be right. So, so do you guys mind if we pause it here, or like,
No, of
and
course
pick it up
not.
next Friday, or what? I'm really enjoying this game, to be honest with you guys.
It's
Yeah, me
11:30.
Yeah.
too. Me too.
I mean, I mean, let's look at the attack power here. What do we got? It's,
I wish I
well,
was stronger, but it's okay. Be the weakest power. Someone's got to be the weakest power in the game.
right. It's usually Russia at this point, but okay, Germany. But
Does
nobody's
Russia
looking
have
at you.
more?
No, hey, nobody's looking at you.
20, 30. Russia's manpower is actually almost higher than Germany. Germany's got the Air Force, though.
Russia's what? Yeah, but
Russia's
attack
almost got
Naval unit.
more
attack
Naval
power.
transport.
unit.
Germany has 109.
The tanks and planes are buffing me.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. Well, Russia was literally surrounded up until about a turn ago. So that this, to be fair, let's be
Yeah,
honest. I mean,
that's kind of my fault, but
not
that
really.
they've broken out of their shell like that.
But there is a lot to think about with this turn, and I've been thinking about it the whole last four turns watching you guys play. And if you guys don't mind, I'd actually like to think about it, and we'll pick it up next Friday.
I think that's
Yeah,
a bargain for me.
What do you guys think?
that's perfectly fine.
It's good.
Yeah, that's good. Before you guys leave, I want to ask you. So I think it was turn 6 that I lobbied hard to go for France, and my ally we were differing. He wanted to do maybe a northern shock. What do you guys think in hindsight? Do you think France was smart, or do you think we'd be better with the northern shock and getting units in West Russia from multinational
No,
powers?
I think and whenever you could stack France as the allies and hold it, it basically means that the Axis cannot really send units west. So it's the right move. I mean, whatever units the Axis has west, they can hold up for a while, like we tried to, but they eventually had to move east. So, sorry,
See,
they
the
had to move
contrarian, I
west.
don't like the France stack
You don't like the Frank stack.
because once you go for a France stack, and you can see how that's played out so far, you can't leave. You have no more options. You can't attack somewhere else. You can't go back to Finland. You can't retake Karelia easily. You can't go back to a med shock. You can't defend Africa. You're all in on France, and you got to stack everything you have on France just to not lose the game. So it really restricts your options. It slows down trading, so Germany's not going to be hemorrhaging nearly as many units as they would with a standard med shock or Finland shock. And so it just becomes the battle of the giant stack towers, which then it becomes more of an income game than anything else. But you guys weren't in a great position to hold on to Africa at that time.
Well, let me put it this way: if I was the allies right now, I'd be feeling better about the game than I would if I was the Axis, which is what we are.
I would
Um,
agree that allies still have an advantage here.
but there's things that I can do, and that's what I'm
I
trying to
mean,
say is
look,
that there's things that I can do, but my wife is on my mind because she wants me to come out and hang out with her, and I can't think straight. But I can be creative here. There's lot. I mean, it looks scary. Ooh, 13 units in Archangel, or sorry, 16 units in Archangel, and 15 units in Kazakh. Oh, what am I gonna do? It's not.
I
It's
don't
not
know if
that
those are all
scary.
that scary
It's not that
because they're
scary.
all ones.
Right. So, um,
If Russia had some attacking pieces, okay, yeah, sure, maybe, but I think you drop 2 infantry on Karelia. If Russia goes all in on Karelia, we're losing our 4 infantry. They're losing everything they got.
I think Jake is right to be afraid that he's going to lose all of Africa because he is. And if he doesn't lose all of Africa, the best that the Allies are going to be able to do is maybe contend Sea Zone 13 and maybe take the top of North Africa. Um, I don't think they can really afford to come down and contest this fleet. And even if they do, I can put a complex on Egypt or Brazil because Brazil's going next. So
Yeah, my question is going to be who's going to be eating up Eastern Europe? Because Belarus, West Russia, and Ukraine, those really should be trading for allies right now. But our position in Karelia is going to keep them from doing that
hmm
easily.
hmm no, that was actually the right move. That was a good move, and it was a great suggestion. Um, I saw it too, though. By the way, just throwing that out there.
I believe you.
Oh, but I can I say something? I really enjoy playing with you guys. I think you guys are a good bunch of guys, a good group of guys to play with. Very smart, very fair, very what's willing to compromise, and I think that's really important in a team that you're willing to compromise
Mhm.
and look at the other, at least take an objective stance back and say, oh yeah, well, that makes sense. I think that's why Kent and I went so far this year in the duels tournament. If you don't mind me saying so, Kent, I don't mean to embarrass you, but
Mhm.
I think one of the strengths that we
No.
had in the tournament is that the fact that we were both willing to listen to each other.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
yeah, and I think that you and Jake are doing a really good job of that right now. And
Mhm.
the game is not over. It's very much up in the air.
I
Yep.
mean, let's be honest. It's going to come down to a 44% chance on Berlin. That's
Yeah,
probably what the game's going to come down to.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Have you
Um,
perchance looked at the odds right now?
What's that?
Have you been looking at the odds at all for right now in Berlin?
no, I haven't touched
No,
it. I
I
haven't
mean, I'll
touched the
definitely.
calculator.
I will look for sure during the week and
Because
through
I
the
feel
Really?
like
weekend.
considering
Really? I didn't even look at this whole map since last Friday. I swear to God, on my mother's life, I did not even look at this game because I was so involved in the other games that I was playing.
It's a lot of discipline.
Because I think what we've got going on right now with the France Berlin situation is each turn the other player gets the odds, but the turn order means it goes back again before you can do it, where you can actually make the attack.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So, because right now it's set up for UK to be the second of the 1-2 punch, but they need to be the first of the 1-2 punch.
Yeah,
They
if
absolutely have
Germany
to
could
be.
attack France right now before US gets to drop another 14 units on it, then that I think I actually wipe it out without contest.
You
But
think you
US
can
gets
wipe
to
out
drop
Seriously?
another
France?
14 units on it.
You think
No,
you can
I
wipe
don't. I
out
don't think
France?
you do.
I don't think
I
you
don't
wiped.
think you do.
I don't think you wiped that out without looking at the numbers.
I
I don't
don't
think
think
you
it's
wiped that
close.
out. Actually, to be
I
honest
don't
with
think
you, I
it's
think,
close.
And I have better attacking pieces.
but I think that one might be the wrong move.
I don't want to attack France right now just because.
I mean, it's about the same infantry, and about the same. The artillery about the same, just from uh, the American infantry, and then the U.S. infantry, then the UK artillery, then
The way
the
I was looking at it was I've got roughly equal number of infantry and artillery, and then I have 10 attacking pieces, and you have 2 heavy hitter defenders because all your fighters are elsewhere.
Well, you have to
uh,
subtract 3 planes because of my Magic AA wings.
I mean, there's also the two tanks.
Isn't that what makes this game so great? And I don't know why it's not more popular on the internet. Is because, I mean, it's a classic board game that we all played when we were younger, and it even though they've digitized it, it's just so well balanced. And people complain all the time. I hear it all the time on Discord. The game's unbalanced. It's in favor of the Axis. Oh no, it's in favor of the Allies. I don't know if I buy that. I think it's. I mean,
Yeah,
dice has a lot to do with it, but I think in a fair sort of a. I mean, over the
It's pretty
course of the
close.
game, if the dice are fair, I think it's an evenly balanced game.
Larry Harris makes it very close. I'd say if you were to just play straight out of the box, it's actually not a fair
Hello.
game.
Oh, my daughter wants to say hello to everybody. Kent's
I'm
talked to her before. Say hello, Manny.
I'm his
Uh-oh.
daughter. I'm the best daughter ever. So
Yeah.
Amen to that.
You're the best daughter ever.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. The jury's still out on that one. Well, actually, you're my only daughter, so technically you are my best daughter ever.
I'm having a son, so I'll definitely second that.
I got 3 of those. Those are so much easier.
So,
Trust me.
just to add on to your point about the game, I think the number one thing that dice does, because you hear a lot of people complain about dice and they want the low luck and they want the buys. To me, it makes each game unique, and that's what's so great about it. Those
Agreed.
opening standard moves, just every 1 in 10 games doesn't work the way, you know. So each game is unique, and that to me is really the greatest.
The crisis management and risk management, I would say, are two essential skills.
And if you
No,
like,
but to
if
jump
you
on
like
Jake, but
gambling
to jump
and you
on
like
Jake's
slot
point,
machines,
to jump on Jake's point there is that what he's saying is actually true. I mean, because what I find is this: when I watch videos online or for whatever the games that I play, is that after the first round, after everybody's taken a turn in the first round, after that, games completely go off the rails. There's never 2 games the same. Um, but the first round, you can almost predict what everybody's going to do. After the first round, there's never one game that is exactly the same. I think that's the point you're trying to make, Jake.
yeah, absolutely. And it's just like the simple, smallest trade for
Yeah,
one territory has a
right.
butterfly effect.
Yep.
It's a classic example of nonlinear dynamics and chaos, baby.
It's like Risk,
So,
when we were younger, when like early teens, we played Risk and we thought we were like, the best generals in the world, and it was like, play this game and it's like, I remember when I thought Risk was the greatest game in the world, like the greatest war game, and then somebody introduced me to this game back in like 19, I played this game literally in 1984 when it came out, and I was like, oh my god, this is like Risk on steroids.
It's funny you say that because I call this risk for adults.
Right, exactly. I know, guys. I gotta go. I'm gonna stop my recording here, and we'll call this part 2. And thanks for coming out tonight. I really, really appreciate it. It was always a lot of fun hanging out with you guys.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Hope to
hope to see you
continue.
next week.
All
Yep.
right,
See ya.
guys. All right, guys. Have a great
Peace,
night.
y'all.
We'll see you.
Take
Bye.
it easy.